Good morning, everybody. Hello or welcome to JewelleryMaker. It's lovely to have you with us this morning. My name is Rebecca Redican. Do feel free to call me Becky though. And today I'm joined by a slightly croaky, slightly poorly, but so glamorous. She looks like she should be going out to dinner with the ladies. Today I'm joined by a very talented resident guest designer, Linda.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
A bit croaky, so I'm. If I scream, I apologise.
Okay.
And if I have no voice at all, then I think you'll love it.
Oh, stop. You're feeling a little bit poorly today, but you have still, like a trooper, been making a lot of jewellery.
Yes, there's some two lovely kits. They've made up really nicely. I've tried to be a little bit Christmassy on both of them to give a few options. But beautiful, absolutely beautiful. The first kit that's coming up has got some stunning gemstones in it.
It really does. It's got some very big, famous gemstones within it. And it's got some lovely findings as well, actually.
It has.
Some really nice earring findings, which have got a special gemstone in them as well. I've got a lot coming up for you today. I have to show you the opal, don't I? I have to show you the opal. Which one should I show you first? I'll show you the pairs first off, because the quality is just... Do you think our opal quality is just going up and up and up? I most certainly do. Take a look. Well, that's a bit astonishing, isn't it? That is astonishing. Look, oh, doesn't that just look like a dream? Wow. I'm absolutely mesmerised by that, are you? That was just so beautiful. We've got loads and loads coming up on the show for you today. I've got that opal, but another thing I really like about it is I've got a really workable opal to go with it. So I've got some rondelles to go alongside it. I don't know if you're like me, but I do love having drops. I think they're beautiful of any gemstone. But I do want to be able to work a gemstone alongside them. And for me, rounds or rondelles are perfect. And I've got some rondelles in here for you to go with. In fact, if I show you them together. What a perfect pairing. That looks beautiful, doesn't it? Look at those. Perfect match for me and for a lot of you crafters out there, I'm sure. Well, welcome, welcome. It's Sunday, isn't it? It's the last Sunday of November. That means Christmas is officially around the corner. Okay, I think I'm going to put my Christmas tree up tonight.
Are you really?
I think so. Well, I think, because I'm a rule of not till the 1st of December, so I think what I'll do is I'll put it up, but I won't turn the lights on until the 1st of December. I think that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is that okay?
Yeah, I think quite a few people have put up Christmas decorations. On the way to work this morning, there were quite a few outside lights and that, so yeah. I think a lot of people are doing it this weekend.
Yes.
Before the rush.
Before the rush, I agree. We've got loads coming. Are you putting your Christmas decorations up? Have you got a theme this year? Text us in 60777. Start your text with the word JM Studio, or get in touch on JewelleryMaker.com. Do you have a Christmas theme? Like a Christmas tree theme?
Yes and no. It just changes. I normally have a couple of years where it's all the Christmas colours, you know, the reds, the golds, greens, etc., like what I call the gemstone colours.
Yes.
And then the next year, because I've just got sort of 2 lots of decorations, I might do like white and silver winter wonderland look. Ooh. But this year it's going to be really gemstone colours. This year it's going to be the real deal. The real. She says confidently. you know when you put your decorations away. Yeah. Beginning of January every year, and you think I'm going to put them away tidily. And then come December, you think, I didn't, did I?
No, you never do you? And you think to yourself, next year, I won't do this again. But you always do. I'm glad it's not just me. Right, let's dive in, shall we? You can see it behind me. It's officially the last day of our Black Friday weekend today. So last minute bargains, getting ready for your Christmas makes. You're in the right place. Now, I'm sure you saw the demonstration with this beautiful necklace probably about 3 weeks ago. And I've got something that I think will just go so perfectly well with it. You can see these beautiful little dainty droppers that we have coming from here. How about if you missed out on getting that kit, because don't forget, you can watch back on YouTube of this. I think it was about 3 or 4 weeks ago that this was created. How about adding something with so much class and elegance to it? This is your coated spinel. The gleam you've got coming from this, I think, is just absolutely palpable. Can you see the different colours? It's not just a black shine that we have on this, is it? It's got almost a vintage coating on it. Can you see how on this recording here that's spinning around, you're getting pinks and golds? And actually you're getting quite antique bronzes from that beautiful kind of surface appeal. That's because of the coating we've put upon it. Now obviously the coating isn't a paint, it's a really, really thin layer of coating, and the reason we do that to certain gemstones is because it gives us variety. You know, black spinel is absolutely beautiful, but with black spinel, you know exactly what you're getting. If we add a little bit of a coating, we're not painting it, you can still see the black of the spinel coming through that coating, but it gives us something that Mother Nature herself doesn't offer, and that means that we're going to be getting a beautiful bout of variation. If you want to add something sparkly, shiny, oh so feminine and delicate, perfect for the Christmas time of year, then I think this is right for you. Your price point today is astonishing, but guess what? We're not even stopping there. This is the Black Friday weekend. This is black spinel at £5.95. That for me is an absolute corker and a half. This, I think, might just shock Linda's voice back. You ready for this? £3.95 for you today. That is exceptional, isn't it?
It is exceptional. That is absolutely totally. It's one of those gemstones. It's tiny, it's exquisite, it's beautiful, it's stunning, but it does, excuse me saying this, but I can only think of saying it does one hell of a job.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? It really, really does. I couldn't think of anything else quite to say to get over the fact of the enormous amount of input that'll do into your jewellery.
Yes.
You know, it either has a little spacer, the tiniest little beaded bead dangling from an earring. I mean, just amazing. It's one of those tiny little things that does a massively huge effect.
It really does.
Yeah.
It's good things come in small packages.
Absolutely.
In a gemstone, isn't it, really?
Well said, absolutely.
Because I think, you know, the necklace that I have beside me is absolutely beautiful. It's so stunning. And I think the addition of gemstones like this on those drapes just give it a whole different look.
Well, I think the drapes on that necklace is what gives that necklace that unique look.
I agree.
It would have been stunning with that sort of quilling with the flat wire.
Yeah.
But adding those gemstone chains is just icing on the proverbial cake, isn't it?
I agree.
And if you just substituted those for that black spinel, wow, what a twinkle you'd get with that gold.
Wouldn't you just?
Oh, absolutely stunning. I think when I had it in a kit a couple of weeks ago, were you on with me when we did that? I did that little bracelet, ladder weave bracelet, and everybody fell in love with it.
Yes.
And I've been asked to do that
Yeah.
for a couple of friends. So I've got those strands at home, and every time I look at them, I think, oh gosh, the sky's the limit, really.
It really is, isn't it? I think a little bit of this will go a long way. It's definitely a good thing comes in small packages, because you don't need these to be, you know, the size of a hand to get a full impact from them. They do it just by themselves. The facet work, the craftsmanship is exceptional. And do not forget, for me, this is genuine black spinel. This is a very much loved gemstone. This is a gemstone which is, you know, present in the crown jewels. It's just a beautiful piece. Half the stock gone, did you say then, Scott? Half my stock has gone on this. Now, if you're tuning in for the first time, good morning. It's lovely to see you. If you are tuning in for the first time and you think, jewellery maker, what's this? And you think, I've never made jewellery, so this isn't for me. Don't worry. If you've got even the slightest bit of creativity within you, then you are in absolutely the right place. On your first order, if you make an order today, on your first order, you will get a free DVD, you'll get a free booklet with loads of the essential tips that you need to get you jewellery making, and we have demonstrations with lovely Linda as well this morning, so you can actually watch and follow along at home. So we will be there with you for every step, and don't forget we have a lovely family on Facebook as well that you can get in touch with if you have any questions, and don't forget you can text into our shows as well if you have any questions for the guest designers. 60777, start your text to the word JM Studio, and don't forget that this is a real genuine gemstone, and it is going to look great even if you're not into the jewellery making aspect. I think this on paper crafts for the likes of your cards, even if you're into your fashion, I think this will look absolutely beautiful adorning the likes of your bags. Well done to everybody, very low price there, not many left at all though, £3.95. I'm going to very quickly squeeze on for you now Pearl Essentials and extra. I've got something that Scott put together for us earlier on, and I've got to say I think this is going to be extremely popular. Do you love your pearl knotting? Do you love that traditional look of how pearls work? Because I've got a few components in here that will really hit that nail on the head. First things first, sewing needles. These are your sewing needles, perfectly designed for using with your pearls. They are super duper fine. They'll go through pretty much all of your pearls that we have, and you have a selection of the sewing needles within here, and they are just wonderful to work with. They truly are. So you've got a pack there. You've also got your French wire here, but not just one length. You are getting 2 lengths of this in total. Now, French wire can be used for lots and lots of different things. We use it for giving strength, we use it for giving security, we use it in spacers for the likes of pearls, but other gemstones as well. Essentially, so let's say the main use, or the use that most people would use it for, is at the end when you attach your clasp. So I'll pop this around, say, your beads in thread. What it does is it gives you a really nice, fine-looking finish, but also it gives longevity to the likes of your beads in thread or your silks if you're working with those with your pearls as well. And then the extra. We've done you a little added extra in here as well, and it is this selection of your rings. Now, these are your adjustable rings, as you can see here. You've got the adjustable section here. They are wonderful. It is kind of one size fits all. Now, I'm size N, and these are slightly too large for me at the moment, but all you have to do is you can just snip off the end there, give it a little bit of a file, and you can make it smaller, or even easier than that, just overlap it a little bit. So with these, you're getting the 3 open areas here where you can attach lots of gemstones if you want to, and I know some people have even done sort of a faux prong set with these. You don't just get one, you get 20 of these in total. There's 20 of them in total. I've just got 10 here just to give you a little bit of an idea. But you can see the twist detail around those, a great little add-on. We're going to do a special price point for you today. Your Pearl Essentials. Now that is genuinely a very good price, but we are going to roll it down for you. Your price point today for 2 French wires in the gold, for your needles, and for 20 of these rings, or findings if you will, just one price. £10.95 for you today on all of those. I think even just for 20 of the rings themselves is a very, very special price, because actually they're quite unusual. I don't think I've ever seen things like this personally in my well-known kind of crafting stores that I go through time and time again. We've had a little text in. Someone's saying, feel free to text us in today. It's always lovely to. How's your Black Friday weekend? Have you been enjoying it? Laura from the gorgeous Cheshire says, if possible, please can we see Linda use these rings today? I have lots, but I'm not quite sure how to use them. Thank you. Thank you.
She must have read my mind.
Really?
Yes.
Were you going to ask for that, were you?
Yes. Yeah, because I've got a few ideas working outside the box on them as well, not necessarily as rings. Because you've got 20.
Yeah.
You can use them as pendant drops for sort of busy, really statementy necklaces. You can obviously use them as an earring drop. You could interlink them with jump rings, which would be fine. It's just nice to have somewhere to dangle so that you can make statement jewellery, but with sort of elegant, an elegant backdrop, if you see what I
see what you mean, yeah.
So there's a lot you can do with them.
Fantastic. So we'll get onto that for you, Laura. Thank you very much for your message in today. Lots of you are treating yourselves to this. Let me just refresh that page. Lots of you are treating yourselves to these today, and I would say that if you do want to get your hands on it, please do so sooner rather than later, because you know we don't have things like this gorgeous French wire in that often. And like I said, just as a reminder, we do have 2 lengths of this. Half of my stock is already allocated. You've already said, yeah, I like that, and you've already checked it out. Lots of you with it in your basket, so once you check out, we will be in really quite low figures for this. So do get these ones whilst you can, because perfect gift at this time of year. If you're planning on making a very, very special necklace for someone that you absolutely love and adore, possibly with your pearls or with some of their birthstones, then things like this can really be kind of that finishing touch to those elegant pieces. Well done to everybody who's treated yourself to those ones. Did you say we had another text? Sorry. You can't remember. We did. Okay. Let's have a little look. Do feel free to keep those coming in for us. Hello to Shona in Cumbria, another gorgeous part of the world. I was inspired by Linda and made a ladder weave bracelet with some of these, plus 925 and 925 clasps, and it's stunning.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Because the ladder weave is such a nice method to use for large gemstones or small gemstones, but with small sparkly ones like that, you just get that massive shock of sparkle, and there's nothing quite as gorgeous as black and gold, and that's exactly what you're getting with that spinel there. So, and obviously on the wrist, there's a lot of movement.
Yeah, there is.
So probably a lot more so than on the neckline. So bracelets for things like that are stunning, or
Perfect.
long dangly sort of opera drop earrings. Definitely. Oh, well done. Definitely. I absolutely love that.
And I bet, Shona, that when people see that, they're just over the moon with it, aren't they? They adore it. Just to let you know, about 15 of those left now. They're at the bottom of your screen right there, and they are your black spinel. Good work to everybody who's treated yourself to these. Not a mammoth amount left for you today. To reiterate, 20 of these adjustable rings with the twist detail, 2 lengths of that French wire, and a packet of your needles as well there. We are going to bring you now the kit. We're going to bring you Linda's kit. Now, Linda, Christmas morning, this kit is called. Tell me a little bit about your inspiration with this one, please.
Well, really, sorry about that.
That's all right.
The gemstones inspired me when I put the kit together. When I tend to put kits together, I don't necessarily think of what I'm going to call it.
Okay.
But obviously, with Christmas fast approaching, it was on my mind, and I thought if I can get something that we can make some elegant, probably high-end looking jewellery, fingers crossed, then I think that's probably the way to go. So that's where the inspiration really came from, and I think you'll see what we mean by that Christmas theme. The only thing I've added a little bit of twisted wire, because I just had to, because I needed to have a go with it, because it's sort of fairly new, and I know a lot of people have purchased it recently, and findings. But the gemstones are very prevalent in here, and very much a same hue and colour, and with the white pearls, but I just think it's really Christmas morning.
It really is. Very Christmas morning, very Christmas Day jewellery, I think we're about to show you now. What a beautiful array we have here, we truly do. Mammoth amount, 925 included within this, so a very special selection. I'm going to start off with that crispness of Christmas morning with these snow-like pearls. Again, if anyone is new, welcome to the fold. Our pearls here that we have here are genuine, real deal pearls. And I say that because when I show you this kit, you're going to question that first price point we show you, because it seems far too low. But we just have great connections with the likes of mine owners and our suppliers, and we get great prices. This is real deal pearl, created in a mollusk over a long period of time. And these ones that I have here for you, size-wise, we're looking at 7 by 6, we're looking at. And you've got just a wonderful look of the Orient on here, and again, that's created by the mollusk, so you're talking about a mollusk with a hinge-like action, and it layers and layers and layers up time after time after time, this nacre. And what happens is, after that's layered and layered, you get this beautiful, smooth surface area, which really interacts with the light that hits it, and it gives you something we refer to as a pearlescence, otherwise known as kind of a metallic colour rainbow, and that is because of the quality of that nacre building and because of the quality of the Orient. So this isn't just a white strand of pearls, this is actually giving you almost a rainbow-like quality of that dispersion of light. Such a pretty strand indeed. I'm also bringing you some big, bold pearls. Bet your face lit up when you saw these.
They are stunning, aren't they? It's the colour more than anything with those, and then the size of them. But what I love being a sort of a Baroque pearl, I love the uniformity of them. It just makes interesting jewellery, and it just reeks unnatural. You know, I haven't been messed about with very much.
No, absolutely. And I think when you've got sizable pearls like this, you're getting something very, very boutique, actually. These ones are around a 10 by 9 to a 13 by 9. mammoth, aren't they?
They're huge.
They are absolutely mammoth. And don't forget that when you're purchasing pearls, one of the main things that will determine the price point you pay for the pearls is the size of them, because obviously it's taken more time for the molars to create them. And if you're looking at around 13 mil, you're looking at around 10 to 12 years. Some of these may well have taken to create. So a lot of work by Mother Nature goes into making these big, and we call them luxury size pearls. I've then got for you your Orissa garnet. Now, Orissa garnet is something which we don't get to bring you that often at all on Jewellery Maker. It's something which is a very sought after but quite connoisseur choice when it comes to your garnet. One of the reasons that people adore Orissa garnet so much is because the red within it isn't as dark as some garnets that you might expect. Some garnets you might expect it to be so dark, a deeper red, that actually it's almost approaching on a very deep maroon, very almost into the blacks actually on some that you can get. But you don't get that as much with the Orissa. You actually almost get a very burnt umber kind of colouring in areas when you hit the light, and I think this strand demonstrates it perfectly. It's easier to see in real life because you get light all the way through this as opposed to kind of one directional light in the studio here, but get that home to appreciate it. Don't forget extended money back guarantee to Kerry's birthday, or the 31st of January. Did you know you started a text conversation yesterday? Yeah, we started a text conversation based around you because I said it was 31st of January, i.e. your birthday, and then we had loads of people messaging in saying, oh, I share my birthday with Freddie Starr, or I share my birthday with, yeah, Scott and Toby has the same birthday, we found out, which is exciting. I've also got possibly the star performer strand actually in this collection. Genuine ruby. Now, the ruby that we have on this strand is very eye-catching indeed for a couple of reasons. Number one reason for me is that we've kept it matte. We haven't overshone this at all. We haven't over-polished this at all. And I love that really helps not only with the depth and interest of the gemstone, but actually for me, it helps show off that colour even more. It means, for me anyway, that you can wear ruby every single day and still be able to be adorned in ruby. You've got a mammoth amount of interest on that strand because it hasn't been overly polished. You get to see almost all the elements that Mother Nature herself has put into it. You get to see all of these pits and dips, and it's so wonderful against the skin. It feels different to any other ruby you probably own. It's a wonderful strand there, double strand, 290 carats. And of course, when we're working with the likes of your Orissa garnet, when we're working with the likes of your pearls and your ruby, we're going to pair it with 925, and these findings themselves I think are just exceptional. 925. Now these, I've not seen these ones before, I don't think. You've got red garnet within there, and it is a your 925 shepherd's hooks. So you can see in here you get that beautiful garnet at the front. It's got this wonderful open back to it, which means the light gets to shine through so effortlessly. These are something which I think even just alone would be extremely eye-catching. You can see that, to me, you know, pure gem quality garnet, isn't it? Can you see that light bouncing around inside? The craftsmanship of this gemstone, you know, you've got a really large table on here which gives that gemstone a substantial look, but also because of the workmanship, and we've kept the Q-lay point in there, we've not covered it up at all, you get that wonderful brilliance. Can you see it? Almost star-like quality internally. Your internal luster on this is exceptional, and that's for me because you've got what appears to be your high-end gem quality garnet within there. We're sticking with the 925 as well with our Rolo chain, one of the most popular and substantial in gram weight chains that we've brought to you. You've got 925 all around this. You have the beautiful links in here. State that it's 925 upon it, so if you're gifting this, people will know you've gone to that extra love and care and effort. It's got an extended chain on it as well, which means that you're going to be able to fit this between a 16 or an 18 mil. Now, this truly is a high-end and boutique collection. This, for me, is one of those collections that you will use every now and again, sparingly. but you can, if you want to, just go for it, because the price we're going to bring to you on this is something special. £43.70. Our people at home who are watching for the first time are already thinking, wow, but that's actually our should be price. When we bring a price in for you there in that section, in the pink section there, £43.70, that's actually the price that it would be if you were to go on our website right now and purchase all of these pieces individually. If you could, that would be the price. But you see that code in the purple at the top? That's a discount code. That discount code will last until 8 o'clock tomorrow. Get it whilst you can. At £24.95. It's a Black Friday offer. It's our last day of Black Friday. We're going out of this weekend with a bang. We're taking prices down to areas that really I don't think we would normally be accepting at all. We wouldn't be expecting at all. When you've got the likes of a double strand of your ruby, 2 strands of pearls, Orissa garnet in 925 and a 925 chain, £24.95 exception. I mean, break it down in your own mind. Break it down in your own mind. You know full well that our Rolo chains, we're usually looking around the £8-9 mark for that alone. Meaning that actually for the equivalent, if we're taking this in length strands, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strands worth of gemstones and a pair of earrings, you know, it's a minimal price point. It truly, truly is. You're looking at around about £15 for the rest of it. It's astonishing, I think. Linda, you kind of, your mouth dropped when we saw that price.
I didn't think it'd go that low. I mean, obviously with JewelleryMaker prices, I knew we were going to probably come into the 20s, but I would have thought we'd go around the £29.95, so that is a surprise.
That's a big drop, isn't it? Price drop-wise, properly, Scotty Ballarts, what is it? What's the price drop on it, please, Scott? You know maths isn't a strong point. Maths isn't even a weak point for me. It's just a non-point. It's a non-point for me. From the price that it would have been, which was, wow, over £18 saving.
Amazing, isn't it?
That to me is like you're getting 2 strands of pearls for free and a pair of earrings for free.
Yeah, I mean, I've made quite gem-heavy pieces. I think I've made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 7. So what we're talking, £3 something per piece.
Yeah.
And I'll defy anybody to go into any shop whatsoever and get a ruby necklace for £3 something. If you can, I don't think that business will last long.
I genuinely just think that price point, you know, your names have gone off my screen. There's a few of you with it in your basket. So just to let you know that if you've got it, because there's a few names here that I don't recognise actually, but if you do have it in your basket, it's not until you click on the checkout that it's definitely yours. If you've just got it in your basket, you're basically just saying that you like it, and you might not actually get your hands on it if it does sell out. And don't forget, £2.95 postage and packaging. Even if you buy one thing today or 101 things, that's your price from midnight till midnight. So top up as much as you want. You only have to pay £2.95 once, which is actually exceptional when you think of the amount you're getting in this kit. I mean, that necklace alone.
Yes, that is just a little herringbone wrap around one of the, probably the 13mm pearls there. When you've got a sterling silver chain, you can big it up, you can split the chain and interlink within it as well if you want to, perhaps, hopefully using sterling silver wire. Or you can just put, which is what I think is the norm, is just put a little elegant pendant drop. That one there is where I sort of use the twisted wire. I just need, I'm enjoying wire writing at the moment, so I'm sorry I couldn't help myself with that. But again, that's just to sort of give, from the inspiration really, and the little drop sort of emulating little snow. As it were, got a bit carried away with that. But I mean, that's the ruby necklace I was talking about, and I think I only used, basically you would translate that into a 3-strander. It's not, it's all woven together, but that's all ruby. And then I had enough left for the other necklace to do, I've done a 3-stranded necklace, which I'll show you in a minute, the idea behind it. And I've put, I put 2 strands of garnet, and I got enough to put a whole strand again of ruby. So that went a long, long way. You can make it go longer as well. I've also popped, I think, a tiny bit into the little bracelet. But chips and nuggets are the way to go to experiment with gemstones as well. Just to see, oh, I haven't had that before. Oh, there's some chips and nuggets in that variety. I'll have a look and see, and you'll just fall in love.
And I think when you pair them with the pearls, they do just seem to work,
absolutely.
don't they?
Yeah, pearls and any gemstone work together, but pearls and a gemstone out of the top 5, wow. You know, that's really high end.
It really is. It really is exceptional. If you want to get your hands on this kit per component, you're looking at minimal amounts. You truly, truly are. And to be able to get such a mammoth amount of not only luxury size pearls, but beautiful high luster point white pearls and a mammoth amount of genuine ruby, you've just got something exceptional to have. You truly, truly do.
I mean, if you don't mind me interrupting a minute,
go ahead,
Rebecca. You'll probably notice, those keen-eyed viewers, that I've popped some of the little silver spacer beads in there. These are silver on copper spacer beads. I have sort of thought that out for you, and then I think it's around the 10 o'clock hour we're going to do a little bundle of these beads. So I've interlinked them between this first kit, and then I've carried them over into the second kit. But you guys out there who perhaps haven't got them but would like them, I've put together a bundle. So you can buy them today if you want to do any of this type of jewellery. We're
going to be bringing that to you at around about the 10 o'clock hour. So do stay tuned for that, because like we say, it works across both kits. Yeah. What are we going to be learning today, please?
The weave on this ruby necklace here, we'll start off with that one. Forgive me if I have to take a breath, but at the minute I have to take a breath more often than not. So if I look a bit like a fish, I apologise. Now, this weave is what really I would imagine comes under the peyote type weave.
Okay.
Some are very complex and some are quite simple. This is a simple one, but it has great effect because it keeps the look fairly uniform.
Okay.
But you get that sort of, with all the little silver balls, they pop up all over the place. So it gives you a busy yet uniform look.
Okay.
Now, take a long length. Now, what I'm going to do is, rather than demonstrate with the ruby chips, I'll demonstrate with the pearl rondelles, simply because it'll probably be easier for you to see where I'm going, because the ruby chips, I've used monofilament. Same technique, but if you use beading thread on something like a weave, that closer weave there, you might get a little bit of twist going on in the in the beading thread, because it's stainless steel sort of on the bottom layer. It might get a little bit taut and you might get some little rolls and bumps on it. So I'm just saying, if you're going to do something like that and you don't mind working with monofilament, then that's the way to go, because it just keeps it nice and flat on the neckline.
Okay, good tip.
Right, now, thread on a significant amount of beading thread or monofilament, whichever. Thread on one of the little silver spacers that's coming up later, and a pearl, okay? And then we're just going to give ourselves about a 6-inch tail on the one end, and then continue to work with the rest of it. Oh, and now I've just managed to pull it off completely. So I can now demo a little bit of interesting threading. So thread on the little spacer bead, thread on the pearl. Now, with the working wire, which is going to my right, what I'm going to do now, in the hope that it'll go through the pearl, if it doesn't, I'll just pop it off. This is the only time that we go through the pearl. I don't think it's going to go through. If that was monofilament, it would. I have got a shell pearl here at the weighting, but these don't seem to be huge holes in these, to be honest. Let me just see if that'll work. Just chop off. What you will find when you're working with beading thread and you're going through a very tight space is that the end of your beading wire will buckle. This isn't going to go through neither. Let me just I've got some larger ones. Bear with me. Let me just see.
And don't forget, if you've got a bead reamer or anything at home, then that'll always help.
I mean, it's normal for pearls to have small holes, okay? And I just can't reiterate enough, if you're using the monofilament, I promise you it will pass through.
Okay.
It's just the fact that, hey, I'm trying to be able for you to see better, actually.
Okay.
Right, so now I've got a larger shell pearl. Now, shell pearl always come with a slightly larger drill hole, but as Rebecca quite rightly said, most of the time it's just a little bit of pearl dust, isn't it, when it's being drilled. Right, now we should pass through. So I've missed the little spacer bead, and I've popped it straight through the pearl, okay? So we just pull that through. So now what we've actually got is our little spacer bead sitting on the top. Let me put my hand there because of my sparkly card. And you've got the pearl.
Okay.
Now, thread on then. Let me get these pearls over.
So do you want a shorter length of bead thread and a longer one at this point?
Yes, this shorter length is there really to tuck in at the end.
Okay, yeah.
Or to use perhaps with a crimp bead as a connecting point.
I see.
That's what that's there for, but the weave is worked with the long length of wire.
Okay, so threading onto the
because
long
we're always going to be working to the right. So weave then continues with threading on a spacer. Now, bearing in mind, these large pearls here, if you're going to do the necklace I've done, are going to be the rubies. So thread on another spacer. All in all, what I'm going to thread on now are 4 of each. So 4 of the little spacers and 4 of the little pearls. This will obviously, this design is governed by the size of your beads, so it would be incredibly dramatic. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. It would be incredibly dramatic doing it in a larger bead. It really, really would. So I've now got on, and let me drop that down. We've now got on our starter bead that we've come through. We've got on our starter pearl that we've actually missed that starter bead, come through the pearl. This will go off to the side, and then we've got this little starter, this little seed bead here. We've got 4 of those and 4 of the pearls. Then what we do is we get the end. Oh, I'm so sorry, that's my phone.
Oh, it's all right. Sheila did it as well the other day. You too.
No, what I did, I put it on silent, but obviously when I put it in my bag, it's a new cover on it, and it's a little bit, does its own thing. I'll switch it off.
I think you're just trying to show how popular you both are. I think that's what it is.
That's the first dingle I've had in a week as well. Right, so sorry about that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come round with our working wire, and this first, ignoring that very first one at the very beginning, but the first one that we've just threaded on in our section of 4, we're just going to come in from above of it. Can you say that, in from above of it? But in from above, and bring the thread towards you, and then pull in again, okay? Then you really have to feed it around, because obviously the more beading thread or the more monofilament that you get through beads, it starts to tighten it up a little bit. So just make sure that you, as you work, let me move that excess to the side. As you work, you're really going to pull it, because if you don't, you can come back to it, but it just means going along the whole length of the weave. So the next part of this weave is on the long length of wire again, is now we're going to thread on a pearl because the little seed bead that I've just used is the first one of this next part of the weave. So it's a pearl, then a seed bead, a pearl or a ruby if you're doing that, a seed bead. This will do the whole of the weave for you. And we finish with a pearl. So on this part of the weave, I don't want to call it a row. Oh, sorry.
I think it adds a nice
Christmassy
Christmassy
atmosphere. Again. It
atmosphere.
always does it twice, unless I switch it off. So now we've gone on with a pearl, a seed bead, a pearl, a seed bead, a pearl. So now it's 3 pearls and 2 seed beads. Taking your excess, this next seed bead up here, this one in line here, is the one that we're going to thread into now. So we just go into the seed bead from underneath this time, find our way out, and then again encouraging the beads to sit comfortably next to that one at the base, pull up. Now you see, can you see how that weave is starting to develop? So the next row is exactly the same as that last row now. We're working in 3s and 2s. So it will be a pearl, because that seed bead there is going to act as our first one in the row. Excuse me while I just get some more of the pearls over.
Yeah, no problem. In fact, whilst you're
Yeah, of
doing
course.
that, I'll just really quickly just show you this findings pack. And I'm going to show you it now, even though Scott's left, because I'm just going to give you a heads up on this. It's 925, it's rose gold. This is the kind of Black Friday weekend offer that you're unlikely to see ever again, because this weekend we have been allowed to get away with prices that we aren't allowed to get away with at any other time of the year. We've been doing strands like the Spinella had this morning at £3.95. That is never a price we're allowed to go to. With these findings, what you have here is genuine 925, and those aren't the only ones. You know, I've got plenty more treats in here, such as your shepherd's hooks and your crimp beads and your crimp bead covers. But what I do need to point out with this is the price point you're going to see with findings like this, you're not going to be getting again. And I just want to instantly say sorry for the price we're about to take these two, because genuinely they are very, very special indeed. So what have we got in here? Well, we've got a length of your loop chain, we've got 2 of your lobster claw clasps, we've got a mammoth amount of your head pins, we've got a selection of the crimp beads and the covers to give them a professional finish, and we've got shepherd's hooks. I know I keep referring to new people today, but we are getting more and more new people every single day joining us here at JewelleryMaker. These findings are an essential. You might think, oh, I only need to buy myself 1 bag. Genuinely, try it out for the first time, but once you even just make your first piece, you want to make more and more and more. If you're anything like I did, then you absolutely do. So treat yourself to things like this. This is a high-end collection because it's genuine sterling silver, and then it's got real rose gold over the top of it. And don't forget, rose gold.
Wow.
Yeah. It's been in the sale. We've put it in the sale. It's a silly price, because bearing in mind the price of these ones usually, aren't we looking around the £14.95, so £15 usually.
Wow.
So we're going to pop it at the bottom of the screen. We'll bring your kit back on, but I did just thought I'd let you know. Silly price point.
I don't think I've ever seen a 47 on the end of a price before.
Yeah, no,
so you
I
can,
think
you can actually see that's a silly price.
Yeah. Penny more off, and we're basically getting you to pay us to have it. Yes. So it's astonishing. So where are we going with this now?
So the next row, as I say, we're working in this context now of using the previous spacer bead that we just crossed through as the first of our next row.
Okay.
And obviously the pattern needs to look as if it's got, you'll see as it evolves, you'll see the pattern evolving more. To be honest, this looks slightly different pattern to that one. That's because that one there is done with the nuggets, and this is done with perfect rounds. So this is the exciting part of jewellery making. You can use the same weave or method time in and time out. If you use a different shaped or colour gemstone, you'll get something entirely different each time. That's, for me, is the joy of jewellery making. Right, so our next row is a pearl, a spacer, a pearl, a spacer, a pearl.
Okay.
Now, basically, this is a zigzag pattern. So we've come up here, and then we've worked down, and now I'm going to come back up again. So bringing the lead thread that I'm threading onto down to this spacer bead here, we're always working on basically the second and third row. So if you get a little mixed up with which seed bead to go through, ignore the ones that sit proud at top or bottom. And if you're coming from the very top, you're working into the second row. If you're coming from the bottom, you're coming up and working into the third row, if that makes sense.
I see.
So I'm going to come down and I'm going to go in and up. Okay, let's just get that through. And then again, that's because I'm using, with the monofilament, it really slips into place. But because beading thread has a little bit of sort of restriction on it, which it needs to have to hold things in place properly, give a little bit of tautness, it doesn't slip so easily. Okay, so there's our next one. So you've got a zigzag look, a diamond look, and that seems to be surrounded. The way the beads are coming in, it looks like squares, but you're also making up a diamond pattern throughout with the seed beads, which is what is really attractive about it. So the next thing to do, again, then, is just pop on a pearl, seed bead, pearl, and then work up through that one. So that is the complete weave, and if you do that all along, you will end up having the extra thread at the I would probably advise that's at least 6 or 7 inches long.
Okay.
You can then thread that into the middle bead, whichever middle bead that you have, whichever beads that you've chosen to use. Thread that so that it disappears into there, and that will give you a link for your clasp. Now, to put the clasp on, I wouldn't go straight into the clasp. In that one there, I've put on just a little row. I think I put a little row of the rubies. It just gives you that space to work into at the back.
Pretty.
And then on the other side, on the working side, you're going to have some extra thread left over anyway from the weave. Exactly the same thing. Work it into the second row ruby or pearl, whatever you're using, and then attach the clasp in the normal way. But I just think that, I love that design because it's so, I don't know, wearable really, I suppose. And it works with any shapes and sizes. The pearl rondelles, if you use pearl rondelles in the kit, if you use them on a filament, will just look exquisite.
Thank you so much for showing us that. Okay. I think it looks really, really beautiful, and like you say, very wearable indeed. If you do want to work with the likes of your ruby and your pearls, I imagine something like this 925 ring would pair up nicely, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. It's so well made, isn't it? So well thought of. And obviously being an extender ring, you don't have to worry about sizing.
You have got the extendable section here so that you can make this as small or as large as needs be. And then you have these little loops at the top. Now, what could we do with this 95 ring?
Let me just see if I've got some head pins.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell you what, there is some featherweight ones there if you wanted them. Oh, there is to grab them here. You're all right. I've got this ring. We'll bring this ring on and we'll have a little chat through about exactly what we can do in our last sort of 5 minutes. You've got your 925 adjustable ring. It is one size that will fit many. Gorgeous opening section within here to give light and bounce in a very feminine look of a ring. Your price point today? Black Friday weekend ends today. Your price point is actually,
oh my word,
£4.95. This is 1.4 grams worth of your precious metal. It states inside that it's 925. It's got almost the lattice eyelet opening section just in the centre here. It's not just a detail for the characteristic, it's also for the fact that you're going to get more of that shine running through the gemstones. We didn't have to put that section on there if we didn't choose to. We didn't have to. It actually means more gram weight for us to be able to, you know, create this look, but we wanted to because it gives it a unique design and it's going to bring light and shine to your beautiful gemstones that you pop in here. There's lots in baskets. I started with bang on the nose 100, and that is the last day of Black Friday weekend offer. If you want to get it, you've got to treat yourself to it now. And whilst those are flying out the door, and they absolutely are, we're going to have a little look at the types of things we could do with it.
Well, basically, this ring finding, what it says on the box is basically a cocktail ring. You know, the big cocktail rings that sort of have movement and that in them. And the way to do that is if you take any gemstone, and I would have thought probably nothing much bigger than perhaps a 4mm if you want to make it busy.
Okay.
But if you want to make it into a charm type ring, then what I've done before, there's 8 connectors on the ring. I've covered 7 in, you know what would be fantastic? The gold-coated spinel would look absolutely stunning. I love mixing metals anyway, but gold with silver is great.
That'd be beautiful.
I would cover probably 3 or 4 of how I'm going to show you in a moment, but I put 3 or 4 onto each of those rings, and then on the last ring I'd put probably something like a big black agate or another spinel, or something that is just going to be the same hue, the same colour, but look like a charm. And to fix them on, I've got a skinny head pin here because I'm using pearls. Pop the pearl onto your head pin. And then, I left my cutters somewhere. I know where they are. They're hiding under here. I think they're under here.
And don't forget, we did have those adjustable rings on earlier, and Laura messaged in saying, could we see them? You do it, see how to use them. Do it in the same way as this, Laura.
Yeah, absolutely. So I've got my pearl onto my head pin. And this is a basic jewellery maker go-to for probably the first thing that we learn in the workshop. Pop our round nose pliers on, probably about 5mm in, and then just push through 90 degrees away from yourself. Then hold whatever the stone is that you're using, open the pliers and flick the wrist away from you. Bring through 180 degrees now, over and down a bit, and take the pliers out. That's what I call my question mark stage. That's firming a nice circle there, but it's going to give me the opportunity to link it to whatever I'm linking. So I take the ring and then pop that head pin through the hole, making sure that you're only using one hole, one of the little sort of jump ring attachments. Let that dangle, let gravity do its work and just let it dangle. That's the best way of doing this. Don't even think about holding this because you won't get a nice circle. Pop the pliers back into that question mark and pinch. Move the little gemstone or pearl around and then twist around. Trim off your excess with your pliers, and that's the first one. So you can see as that builds up, I can probably get in that one little jump ring fixing, I could probably get 5 or 6 of these pearls in each. So imagine then if you've got 8 and you've got 5, you'd have 40 pearls cascading. So they'd build up, but they'd still dangle around the outside and have a lot of movement. So it really is a pretty ring. There's a very big crystal manufacturer that really enjoys making rings like that, and they really work. But you'll be making with precious gemstones. So that's the way of fixing
very special.
it. Absolutely.
I think that just looks phenomenal. And I've got 20 of these rings left. Thank you so much for showing us that. I've got 20 of these rings left, and that's it. Once they're gone, they are finito. They are gone, especially at the Black Friday prices. Don't forget, our Black Friday morning continues, but it is the last day of the Black Friday morning sale today. So if you want to get your treats and goodies, now is the time to get them. We're going to head over now to the Wall of Fame. Good morning, everybody. We're back here at the Wall of Fame, and this is where you get to send in your pieces for absolutely free. And then on Wednesday, we're going to be doing a prize draw, and the second place gets to win £50. The first place gets £100 credited to their account. We're going to start off with one that Linda's been sent.
This looks absolutely good. Again, it's a ladder weave, which is so effective, and it's from Chris. Chris says, "Hi everyone, please find attached my entry for this week's Wall of Fame. It's only simple stringing. It's a ladder weave bracelet, simple earrings and a strung necklace made with green aventurine and garnets. It was made to go with most of the colours I wear to work. Aventurine and findings are from JewelleryMaker, and garnet beads are recycled from an old necklace. Good luck to all in the draw," and that's Chris. Chris, that's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, and that's what you can do when you make jewellery, you can recycle.
I think that's fantastic. A beautiful look. Thank you for sending that in. 340 is just a bit wowzers. Hello, Wendy. Says, my first attempt at gem setting. The ring mount is and the toolkit were from JM, and the pink opal was from my stash. Thank you for stocking and demonstrating so many different jewellery making techniques, giving us all the ability to try and enjoy them. Good luck to all the waffers, but I'd love a win. And that's from Wendy in Hunstanton.
Oh, it's Hunstanton, yes.
Hunstanton.
That's in Norfolk,
on the tip of my tongue, that was. 340, thank you for that.
There's another gorgeous necklace. They're incredibly wearable. This is 343, and it's from... I don't think you've actually...
Rainbow!
We'll call you Rainbow too. My entry this week, a commission piece for a friend of a friend. It's made with purple coloured dyed agate, amethyst pears, lavender amethyst and silver spacers and a clasp. Everything's from JewelleryMaker. Love the shows, the presenters and the designers. They're so inspirational. And that's from Rainbow.
Thank you very much.
Thanks,
for
Rainbow. That is
in.
beautiful.
Great amount of colours, and I'm not surprised you got commission on that. The quality of everything in here is phenomenal. Love the gizmo coiling. 341 belongs to Une, or Une, yes. Hello, JM. A simple necklace, Labradorite and antique bronze coils. The quality of the stones are electric. Hope you like it, and that's from Une in Newcastle. I hope I said your name right. Thank you very much for sending that in. I love the quality of it. 341's your number.
So beautiful. This is stunning. This is 344, but it's very short and sweet. I know it's from Karen, and Karen says, this week's entry, all the materials are from JewelleryMaker. Actually, it's not from Karen, it's from Rebecca White, using Karen's email. Sorry about that, Rebecca. And that's what Rebecca says. Rebecca is absolutely beautiful, and you're in Windsor. Absolutely gorgeous.
Very pretty. I love those drapes. And don't forget, if you do want any kind of more pearl looking things, we've had some on today's show. Okay, everyone, we are heading over to a quick break now. And whilst we're in the break, do treat yourselves to checking out any of those baskets, because I still have quite a few baskets that have not been checked out yet. So do that. And after the break, I have got more treats galore. Black Friday continues. And don't forget, Opal coming up soon. See you in a bit.
Join us this December at our Gemporia Christmas Ball. Meet your favourite faces from across the channels and enjoy an evening of festive fun as we head back to Warwickshire to the beautiful Wroxall Abbey. Tickets are more limited than last year, but priced at £89 per person, they're already selling out fast. The evening includes a welcome drink, 3-course meal and a chance to dance, as the lounge's very own Drew Nichols will again be singing with his band Alfonso's Pancake Breakfast. With auction prizes to bid on and raffle prizes to be won, the evening will be raising money for the Colourful Life Foundation. So don't delay, book your tickets today on 0333 400 0011. See you at Christmas.
Do you need a helping hand to get started with JewelleryMaker? Are you stuck for ideas and need inspiration? Then visit our JewelleryMaker website, where you can find our video tutorials. Expand your knowledge and skills with these easy-to-follow jewellery making demonstrations. Whether you're a beginner, hobbyist, or business owner, there's always something new to learn. It couldn't be easier. Simply click and learn some new jewellery making techniques. Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order for just 50p and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates for items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from the Genuine Gemstone Company. Did you know that if you go to JewelleryMaker.com and sign up to our mailing list, then you'll receive 10% off your first order with us? We'll also keep you updated with special offers, theme shows, program guides and Jewellery Maker tutorials. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share. Jewellery Maker have an extensive range of DVDs for all abilities. Each of our mediums has an introductory DVD to help you get started. If you're already an experienced jewellery maker, we have a collection of projects and more advanced DVDs to take your designs to the next level. We are always filming new DVDs with our specialist guest designers, so visit our website for more information.
Did you know that the Jewellery Maker phone number is free from a UK landline? Now you can spend those extra pennies on more shopping.
Come and join JewelleryMaker this Christmas. Throughout December, we're running Christmas-themed workshops where you'll be inspired to make decorations, Christmas presents, gift tags, personalised accessories and much more. We have an array of workshops to choose from, all of which will be filled with festive cheer and lots of fun. Every person who books on a workshop in December will automatically be entered into our Christmas raffle prize. Did you know when you book on a JewelleryMaker workshop, you are given exclusive access to our JewelleryMaker shop? You can browse through special items and offers, be privy to selected discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Shop whilst you learn and grab yourself some amazing offers. For more information on workshops and available dates, contact our call centre.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to JewelleryMaker and welcome to this. The piece we had in for the Wall of Fame from Une then has just inspired producer Dion because she has seen this exceptional Labradorite strand and she just had to have it. Hello everyone, my name is Becky and today I am joined by the oh so glamorous but slightly quirky, lovely Linda. How are you feeling, Linda?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, thank you.
Good. You've been topped up on your
Been topped up on, yeah, my magic water.
Magic water.
Magic water, yes.
Magic water.
And it is water.
It is water. Don't worry, I've smelt it. It's water. This is such an exceptional strand. It truly is. The quality on this Labradorite is something to behold. If I hold it out for you there and just spin it, you can see that quality, can't you? Now, today, if you've just tuned in, this is our last day of our Black Friday weekend. If you want a Black Friday deal, today is the last opportunity you have. And can I just note, today's our last day of it, so we're going to get away with what we can. The last minute deals we're going to get away with. But also, the quality of this is showing a lot of one colour. Yeah, it's a lot of blue. I have now been joined by Dion. Dion is not only seeing the Black Friday sign behind, as we had before, but she's also seeing the blues in this. Are you ready for a serious price drop? 90 carats worth of your Labradorite, and the quality, as we said, is just phenomenal. You've got so much of that Labradorescence in there, and as I kind of move my hand, you'll be able to see that. Again, for new people, that is a naturally occurring phenomenon. You can see it even better when you get it home. You've got these golds, can you see those? And blues. And you have the greens in there as well, actually. This is all due to the way in which the light enters the gemstone and hits these fibrous inclusions. Now, if you want to get your hands on this, we're going to slash the price. Right here, right now. Fastest finger first. This is the last day of Black Friday. We are going out with price drops to rival possibly the whole weekend. You ready? Price point today. No. No, no, no. That is a sensational price. We've just taken £1 off. £2 off. £17.95 is very good. £16.95 is better. This should have been £20 for you. It's not. Black Friday going out with a bang. Better than half price. Ladies and gentlemen, better than half price on this Labradorite. I tried to forewarn you. You know, we have people checking out. But I don't think a lot of you believed it. You were holding it in your basket saying, I'm not so sure, I'm not so sure. But honestly, today we're going out with a bang because don't forget, this weekend we had Black Friday, didn't we? And we did you amazing deals. We then had a Saturday and we did you some amazing deals. Today is Sunday. It's Black Friday Sunday. It's the last day of the weekend. Now that means that we can do you deals today and then my whole team's off for 2 days. And by Wednesday, hopefully, they'll have forgotten what we've done. So we are making the most of it this morning. I absolutely mean it. I mean, Friday and Saturday were epic. Sunday is phenomenal. It is absolutely phenomenal. There's so many of you coming through. Do feel free to text us in today. Me and Linda were saying earlier, we are very excited for Christmas. I think I'm going to put my Christmas tree up tonight. But my thing is, I'm not going to turn the lights on until Sunday. Until the 1st as a compromise. So I'm going to put it all up, you know, baubles, etc. But the lights won't go on until the 1st of December. Probably at sort of 1 minute past midnight on the 1st, to be honest. But that's what I'm going to do. It would be very, very festive, actually, a Labradorite on a tree. Do feel free to text us in. Have you put up your Christmas tree yet? Are you going to? Have you got a theme for the Christmas tree? Mine's, I'm a purple and gold, mine is. Purple and a vintage gold, mine is.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
Very
Dion,
nice.
can we guess what Dion's might be? Gold and green, obviously, no. Blue and silver, oh, I like that. Kerry, what's yours? Whatever my mum puts up. I love that. Ollie, what's yours? Traditional reds and golds. I like the traditional. You've gone more traditional
Yeah, I've
this
gone
year.
traditional, but I've just sort of gone with the reds, greens, golds, and anything really that's sort of within those deep gemstone colours. That's the only way I can explain it.
Yeah, you like your emeralds and your ruby tones.
Yeah.
It's a bit posh, that, isn't it? Do feel free to text us in. How have you found your bank holiday? Your Black Friday weekend. There's so many of you on the phone lines. Your names have gone off my screen for a second time now. All of you who are on the phone lines will be with you as soon as possible. There's right 15 of you on there now. Now, I've got something very special coming up for you shortly. Hey, Donna. Yay, got mine, got two. Would be rude not to. We're changing our theme this year, but cannot decide. Recommendations would be nice. Usually do red and gold. Dion's just going blue, blue, blue. If you like the traditional of the red and gold, what would you suggest? You could actually maybe do a little bit of keep in some of the baubles, but maybe going a bit more antique bronze.
Yeah. I mean, if you do like your metallic colours, your golds and that, 'cause I do think that's really Christmassy. Gold and silver look amazing together, if you don't want to throw the other colour in.
No.
But perhaps have a look at the two metallic colours first, and then, you know, even like a big fuchsia pink in with those. Looks
Oh, a little
good.
pop.
Yeah.
A little colour pop would be nice with that sort of thing. Actually, do you know what? When we're talking about the Pantone colours, obviously you've still got the Masala in at the moment, which is that kind of traditional red for Christmas, isn't it? Maybe keep some of the reds, but put in some of the colours. There's these lovely stormy greys, a bit like Labradorite colours that are big at this time, this season, which would be absolutely perfect. I mean, imagine these stranded. Imagine a Labradorite kind of garland, as it were, or just drops. Would be beautiful, wouldn't it?
I know somebody, I'm not going to mention any names, but I know someone who has a kitchen work surface, a Labradorite.
Bit posh.
Yeah, very.
Bit posh. I like that. Are they a jewellery maker?
Ish.
Ish. Is it Sheila? Is it Steve?
You're getting hot now.
Am I? Is it Steve?
Yeah, that's
Am I
hot.
boiling?
Yeah, you're boiling now. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I said, wow, that's Labradorite. And Sarah went, yes.
Oh, I
She
love
loves
it.
it. Yeah, she loves it, yeah.
That's brilliant. I like that idea. You're just whipping something up on your Labradorite work surface.
I mean, there's lots of, well, there is a one company in particular that does gemstone work services, but they sort of come under the quartz, don't they?
Yeah, you're right.
So this is a bit special.
Is anyone else getting this picture of Steve and Sarah just like, what should we do for our next collection? And just kind of chipping a bit away at their work surface?
Yeah.
No? Just me, isn't it? Just me. I know. This is from Liz saying, good morning all. My tree has a broad spectrum of colours and I have decorations that belong to my grandma. Lovely. That's really thoughtful. I love that sort of thing about Christmas decorations, that you can kind of hand them down. Yeah. You all know that I do my advent calendar for my grandma. She's gotten it now. I gave it to her on Wednesday. And we often give little baubles and things within that we always keep and keep. It's a lovely thing to have that.
I mean, when you have children as well, when you've got young children, inevitably you get school-made, don't you, type of, what, I've made this for you, mummy. And I still got those. And now I'm getting the granddaughters' versions of them now. And they are so different.
Yeah.
I mean, the one is so artistic that it's just amazing. I'm thinking, so I have a tree, which I indulge in my sort of decorative way, and then I've got another tree that's just covered in the kids' stuff, which is so exquisite.
I think that's such a lovely idea to have all of these traditions keeping going. Hello to Helen in Merseyside. I'm doing a stall today for Hanukkah, pronounced Hanukkah, with a hard H. Hanukkah. Or is it Hanukkah? I think I said it right. Did I say it right the first time? Oh. So, a different kind of festivity. I love, you know, you get all the candles, all the Hanukkah candles and things, don't you? And these beautiful wreaths I've seen. We've got a market near us that do that sort of thing. Helen, that sounds beautiful. Helen's saying as well, Linda, I had a solid onyx coffee table with fish feet, weirdly. Fish feet.
That brings back hysterical memories to me. Years and years and years ago, like hundreds of years ago, I went to Italy on holiday and we met some very wealthy people on the beach, and they were going up into the mountains to buy some onyx for their home. They were going to buy an onyx fountain. And they said, would you like to come with us to the factory? I said, oh, that would be lovely, thank you so much. So what we went, we had a mega lunch, we went into the showroom, they bought this amazing staircase, amazing sort of round pool thing, and then the beginnings of a fountain to go in the pool in the foyer.
Yeah.
And they said, are you going to buy? And I said, oh yes. I came home with an ashtray. I still got it. No, I mean, I wasn't quite, you know, able to do what they were doing, so I thought, oh, I'll get an ashtray.
That's brilliant. I love that. Helen's saying, sorry, the feet are fish. Not sure that fish have feet. Yeah, but they do have fingers, don't they?
Yes, they do. They definitely have fingers.
Thank you for that. I want to just show you alongside. Now this, Dion didn't even tell me about this, but she is saying she's dropping the price. And like I say, it's the first time we've ever dropped the price of this strand. And like I say, we are going out with a bang on Black Friday today. Okay, well done, better than half price on that Labradorite. Where'd you say, sorry, love? I've got now, box, 8 o'clock, yeah. You don't want findings, okay. Okay. Got for you, 8 o'clock. I think we've already played that, haven't we? Yeah, I think we have, sorry. Sorry, just because obviously Scott's taken over from Dion, so Dion, I think we've already played that day. Well done for everyone who got that Labradorite, by the way. And also, if you want to treat yourself to some diamonds, apparently we're doing a very, very mischievous price drop on it today. I've got memory wire, in oodles of it, in fact. Oodles of memory wire here, 4 bags worth. Remember, including memory wire. And we've got here, catchy, we've got here a big amount of colours. I'm going to open up one of these bags. Just let you know, you will get these bags as well. Perfect gift bags, I think. You're getting these bags too. You're getting 4 packs of them in total. So these are memory wire. They do what they say on the tin. They have a memory to them. They're great for the likes of, you know, just stranding simple pieces onto. This we describe as your necklace size, which you can use as a necklace, but of course you can use it for so much more. You can use it for headband pieces if you wanted to. 10 spools on this. You're then getting the bracelet wire, which again, it is one size that fits all, because as you add more gemstones onto this, you know, and as your wrist stretches it out, it will kind of fit to you, which is wonderful. One size fits all, easy for people to pick up and wear. 14 reels on that, and then 14 reels on the ring size as well. So you've got it in this gorgeous kind of rose gold colouring. Now the rose gold colouring is one of the newest collections that we have, and we are going to roll the price down on this. I think what a great starting gift for people who are just getting into jewellery making. Mark Smith sells a lot. Mark Smith's one of our guest designers, and he sells a lot. He sells a lot of these memory wire bracelets, and he says he thinks he sells so many of them because people can kind of pick them up and try them on. It's a very tactile thing to do, and it's one of his biggest sellers, starting at around about £15 each on his stalls. So you've got the opportunity to make a lot of these today, because you're actually getting 40 spools of the necklaces and more of the others. That is something really individual and unique. £6.95 for 4 bags worth of these. I mean, if you do just sell one, you know, double looper or treble one for £15 worth, you are making double your money back, and then literally all of the rest of this is just pure profit, which is really astonishing. Hello, Julie says, hi all. My mum and dad always give me money for Christmas. This year I have already spent it on JewelleryMaker before I've got it because of the bargains, and that's from Julie. You know what though? You're getting double the amount, really, probably, with deals like we're doing on this and like we're doing on that Labradorite. It's like you're getting double the amount of Christmas presents. So why not, Julie? And it's not the type of thing that you'll just use and then you can't use again. You know, things like this you can use time and time and time again because there's so much of it. So good on you, Julie. Lots of people are agreeing with you and joining in with you today. Hello to all of you. It's nice to have you on board. If you have not yet managed to put your feet up and get involved with our Black Friday offerings, now is your last chance to do it, I'm afraid to say, because come Monday, we'll be back to, don't worry, still amazing prices, but it will be the last of our Black Friday weekend days. So do treat yourself on this to this today. £6.95 for you. Lots of you multi-purchasing on this. What do you like about memory wire, please, Linda?
Well, there's a lot you can do with it. Obviously, you can make your bracelets, which is the first instinct. My favourite memory wire use is rings. I like to make the sort of diamond-shaped ring whereby you thread on one on the sort of first, and then you go like a leaf design, and then go to 2, then go to 3, then go to 4, and then reverse it back down to 1. And then when you actually wear it, it looks like a diamond. You can also use them for really big statement necklaces. If you bead up each coil and then turn the one end over and jump ring it and attach it to a neckline piece, that looks astonishingly fantastic as a centre pendant. And obviously also, because they are relatively stretchy, sort of the arm bracelets are not arm, wrist, but further up the arm, are really big as well. So they make quite nice bracelets like that for further up the arm. But you can coil each end into like a snake coil.
Yeah.
And drop sort of charm drops from them as well. You can cut it for the neckline piece and make a graduated nice, in other words, just get your first one, then cut the next one shorter and jump ring it on. Because it's got the tension and the memory, it'll just sit, and keep doing that down to the bottom till you get probably only less than a quarter of a coil. And that looks a bit like that necklace on the Wall of Fame. It links it. That looks nice. I
think that's a great idea. Gosh, there's so much you can do, isn't there?
Yes,
there really, really is. And with this amount, give it a go and see what you can do, because you've got plenty to work with there. $6.95. Now, as well as the diamonds, I've got something else special coming up for you. And I have been privileged to be able to bring you Ammolite before, but I've never been able to bring it to you like this. I am absolutely over the moon to do this. I truly am. I've got top 5 percentile on this. You might have seen something like this before. I'm just saying I haven't, because I've seen your pieces, your cabs, and I've also seen your slices of the fossils, but I've never seen ones that give you the fossil look and the iridescence. Look at the iridescence as well. Can you see it? 10 minutes to wait, that's it. And I can honestly tell you, so worth it that is going to be. Hello to Vanda, says, hi Becky, have you had storage boxes in today's show? Could do with some for all these bargains. Good point, Vanda. We haven't had any yet. But we've got some coming up for you right now, apparently. Storage box. This is, thank you for that text in, by the way, Vanda. This one box we've got in your storage box collection this morning. Now, we bring you lots and lots of storage on occasions, don't we? But it's wonderful to be able to bring you just one, just the one you need to get your hands on, because we're going to give you such a naughty price. You can multi-buy as many as you want. You just need one, just get one. You need 40, get yourself 40. We are not going to be restricting the amount you can purchase on this, and you know that often that is the type of thing we would do if we were selling something like this. We'd maybe just put one of these in a bundle and you get other pieces, but today you can get as many of this box as you absolutely like, and it will be at a Black Friday offer. I've got for you here a box, which, by the way, all of you Kato clay lovers, you Primo lovers, this is absolutely fine to store those clays in. You've got the locked up box, and inside here you've got these individual storage selections. The thing I love about these storage selections is, of course, you can take them out, they are removable, and all of them are removable. I'll just take one out for you there. But another great thing, so you can have the whole thing opened up if you want to, but the other thing I love is if I put it here, can you see how there's the slight lip on this that goes over the top? Now, the thing that's important with that is when you close it up and you flip it over, your gemstones aren't going to be running around everywhere because you've got that little extra lip. Now, it's things like that that make our boxes, I think, so perfect for what we do. I've had storage boxes before when you've not had sections that go all the way up to the top, and you do pick it out and you do all drop it, and then all your sequins or whatever go into each other. This won't do that because you have the extra lift there. And you've also got your hanging section. Depending on how you want to store them yourselves, you can stack them because there is a little bit of a lip to make that easy, or you can hang them. We're going to do a special price point today on these ones. It's your gemstone loose box. This one by itself, get as many as you want because we are not going to limit you on price points for this. Great for your findings. Perfect for the likes of your chains. I like the idea of storing cords in here. Putting, you know, your S-long cords in here if you wanted to. They'd be easy enough to put in there. Polymer clay, obviously, you know, if you wanted to fit in, let's say, a few pots of your, a few boxes of your polymer clay, you could probably get 1, 2, 3, maybe even sort of 3 or 4 actually in a section like this of your polymer clays you could get within there, in particular if you've already used them. You could keep your gemstones in here if you chose to. Things like the gorgeous opal drops, which I've got coming up for you later on. And like I say, when you've got a collection like this, if you want to pick out the ones you absolutely love and adore, you don't want them flying everywhere, and they're not going to do that in this box. They're really not, because you've got that extra lip on there. Lots of you are already multi-purchasing, and why not? Because it's unusual for us to bring you a price like the one you're about to see on this for you today. It's already rolled down for you. £3.50 for your storage box here. £3.50 to get your really workable, really usable storage box. This is perfect. It's absolutely idyllic for your jewellery making needs. This is the type of price point that you could purchase yourselves, you know, boxes of a similar size from places that didn't take the extra detail and the extra thought that we do into creating them, into making them. Because in places I've been, I've very rarely seen places that have individual separators that you can take out every single section if you want, or just leave certain sections. I most certainly haven't seen ones with this extra lip, so that when you do close the lid, you'll be able to see it goes right to the top. There's not a leftover section there, so that when you do walk around with this, it's not going to go absolutely everywhere. Your findings aren't all going to mix in. You know, if you're someone who likes to separate out and graduate out the colours of their gemstones, you're not going to spend 20 minutes doing that and then lift it up and all of a sudden all of the blue hues are mixed in together again. You know, I think for the amount of work and effort we take to thinking about exactly what you want to use this for, it's perfect. And also, don't forget, as a jewellery maker, you know, we do generally think findings or gemstones, but it's not just about that, is it? Things like this, you could put lots and lots of different pieces in there. You could use sections for maybe your gift cards, keeping your gift cards for Christmas ready, or keeping ribbons in here if you wanted to. You paper crafters like myself, if you buy sequins, a lot of the time you'll get them in pots where the sequins don't even actually fit into the pots once you've taken the lid off. You know, pouring the different colours into here, saving you a lot of time and effort in that, in doing that. Even if you're, you know, you want to do a little gift for someone who's maybe a bit of a cook, you know, you could put individual dried herbs or spices in these individual pieces as a little bit of a gift. What are your ideas with this, Linda?
Excuse me. Essentially, I use those for head pins, and I'll have all the varieties of head pins in, because, you know, if you want to use a decorative end instead of the bubble end, it's nice just to go into that same little container. Well, there they are, there they are, there they are. And then I use another one. The one I find most useful, actually, are my jump rings, because, you know, the variant sizes and colours.
Great point.
Because normally, if you're using a jump ring, you use, if you're doing, obviously, chainmail, you'll use a lot of the same size. But even something like attaching a clasp, you need at least two. Of the same size. And if you've got them all size coordinated and that, it just makes the job quicker, more efficient.
It does. It makes it very, very workable, very usable to do that, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Really does. And I think time saving is something we talk about a lot when it comes to jewellery making, isn't it?
Well, sometimes it can, I think I get this from a lot of people, and it definitely affects me, that if there's, certainly it does Sheila, I know that for a fact, but if, I think when she was on the show yesterday, she said she'd run out of jump rings, didn't she?
She did, yeah.
And I think there's nothing more frustrating than run out of something you didn't know you'd run out of. Whereas if you've got them all together, you know when you're getting low. And also, it does interrupt the flow of your creativity if you've got to go and sort, say, in a room, or look around the carpet and see if you can find something. It really does affect your creativity.
Yeah, in fact, she was saying the other day that she'd run out of beading thread as well, and that she spent more time looking for it, and she did finally find it, but it was that,
Yeah, you just get a little bit uptight, and being uptight isn't great for creativity.
No, I agree with you on that. Well done to you all. Don't forget, we're not limiting bids, which is why we have got people buying 6, 7 and upwards. We're about to bring you those beautiful pieces for your star buy. They're absolutely ancient. We talk about how absolutely astonishingly ancient these are. The fact that these were beautiful creatures that roamed the earth many, many millions of years ago. Well, I say roamed the earth, not really, you know, very much centralised to Canada, which is why these in themselves will be from Canada. It's a one locational gem in a sense because of that. And these creatures that roamed the earth and became extinct around about 65 million years ago, around the same time as the dinosaurs, just managed to leave us this incredible picture shot of history, and it is a true picture shot of history. I love that sometimes with an amber we'll say, and you might be able to get in there, you know, an ancient organic or an ancient creature that no longer exists. But these are that. It's not an instinct of you might be able to get that. That's exactly what this is. So much of a snapshot of history. I love the shape of these. You can see they are just phenomenal, aren't they? You could see that you get that beautiful spiral from this Ammolite. And you've got that really wonderful high sheen gloss. We've polished these to give a really high sheen. But actually, if I spin this for you, you get a top 5% quality because you also get that iridescence. Now, only around about 5% of Ammolite on the market has iridescence like this and has a full rainbow spectrum of iridescence. You can actually buy Ammolite that doesn't have it in it. You know, we've had it here at JewelleryMaker before, haven't we? But when you get them like this and it has that beautiful detail of the fossilization as well, I think it makes it very, very special indeed. Now, this is just one of the pieces, and they go up in sizes, my collection do. You will get yours based on carat weight. So your carat weight on these is going to be what defines how many you get. I've actually got 5 here, and I just want to point out that my 5 that I've got, some of them, very sizable actually. And I love how in this one you're getting druzy aspects. Can you see in these sections here? You can see it on the recording going around actually. You see those area of druzy? Now that is something very much to behold in an Ammolite, isn't it? Very exceptional indeed. And it really does have so much going on. You've got interest at all angles on this. Now, we have had lots of demonstrations on how to work with pieces like this in the past, and do feel free to look back at those on our JewelleryMaker Facebook page. Well, yeah, there'll be pictures on there, but also you'll be able to have a look on our YouTube too if you want to. These are just exquisite. And what I would say is, with Ammolite, it's always very, very, very difficult. Yes, you can see the arrows, I can too. It's always very, very difficult with Ammolite to be able to gauge the rarity of the gemstone, because the way I describe it to you is, it is an ancient, extinct animal, and therefore it's not like a quartz where over time Mother Nature will create more quartz. We can take, you know, 50% of the quartz out of the earth, and in a few thousand years that quartz will be there again, because Mother Nature continues to make it. The fact of the matter is, this is an extinct creature. This creature is no longer roaming our earth. So once we get all of that Ammolite from that one location, don't forget, in Canada, that one area in Canada, once it's gone, it truly will be gone. Mother Nature isn't just going to make any more of these. It's an extinct creature. I have got a snapshot of history. I have got creatures that roamed the earth with the dinosaurs. I've got 5 pieces in my collection, perfect for jewellery making, and do you know what? I think just perfect as a gift for a young boy or a young girl in your family. Something like this and a book about the dinosaurs or an encyclopedia. I think that's the type of thing that, you know, young creatives or young scientists even will really, really thrive on. I know one of my cousins would love that as a gift. It's a snapshot of history. It's beautiful to work with. Top 5% approximately in quality. And your price point today? It's been rolled down. I mean, that price point for such a mammoth amount of these, to me, is astonishing. It's working out at £3 each, isn't it, for this collection here? Obviously, you might get less cabs than this, but it is done carat weight. What do you think of that?
It's amazing. I mean, that's a sort of a rare gemstone, obviously, with its histories. But what I like about it as a jewellery maker is it's got a very different back to its front.
Yes.
So as it flips, you've got a different appeal. And you can use it either way. But if I was using it, I think I would probably put it with another gemstone that has phenomena like Labradorite.
Another optical effect.
Yes, I think that's got some sort of an optical effect to it.
I think it's just sensational, and you'll be able to do a lot of different things with these. You've got some that are a ring size if you wanted to. You've got some that actually would look really nice on a bracelet. You could do a double-sided bracelet, couldn't you? If you did, you know, maybe wire mesh or something with this, you could do a beautiful double-sided bracelet. Maybe you haven't been able to stretch to our cab prices. You know, the cabs we've been doing at the moment, exceptional prices, I mean genuinely amazing, you know, £35 mark for one of those cabochons. Maybe you haven't been able to stretch to that, but you really love the history of it. Well, I believe that now is your opportunity to get your hands on it. Really, it is. I mean, genuinely, I think that if you went to, you know, a sort of beading store or a gift shop in a museum, and you were going to buy one piece of this size, surely £14.95. if not more, depending on where the museum itself was and depending on what it was for. I think when you're dealing with history like this can absolutely stand up to the likes of this diamond. Now, this diamond is going to be one of the absolute deals of the day, I'm being told. I don't know what price we're dropping it to, but I do know we are dropping the price, and it's going to be for our Black Friday deal. I've got just under 50 of the diamond. That's coming up not too long at all. But what I quite like about this as a pairing is when you think about diamond, you'll often think about ruby and sapphire together, won't you? Why not pair it with Ammolite? Ammolite has a history that is so exceptional, and the rarity of it is more than the likes of some of the gemstones you would be likely to pair with diamond. So why not tell your own story with these? Do check out those whilst we have the opportunity, because I don't have a mass amount left. And to everyone, you know, I've never been able to bring you ones like that before, and I feel really privileged to do so. And I can't wait for you to get them home. I think you're going to really, really enjoy working with them. Now, I'm bringing to you these black busts. Sorry, I'm giggling because if you remember, I had a set of white busts stacked up yesterday, and Pete was trying to put them up this morning, and one of them fell back, and he went, actually, I'm not going to do that, this is you. I'm just going to lay them down on top of each other. Probably for the best. I've got for you here your leatherette display bust. Now, the great thing about them is they come in a really kind of small, foldable, let's say, design. Let me show you some of these that we get. So they are a leatherette that we have, so a really gorgeous tactile feel to them. And we do have the body shape to it, if you will, the décolletage and neck shape. And then if I turn this round, you do get the leg here and you get the drawstring. I've only got 62 of these. You get the drawstring with the pulley as well, and you get the hinge detail. Now, the hinge on this is metal. It's not made of cardboard, so even if you're taking this in and out of your craft fairs in the rain at the moment, you know, I do feel for it if you're setting up when it's tipping it down. But we all know that if you've got a cardboard hinge here, you've got to be careful, because over time they can rip, they can age. With the metal, we've really gone for security there. You can get different looks with this. If you want it to sit very, very proud, you just pull the toggle in like so, and that means it's going to sit very, very proudly. But if you've got a glowing gemstone, maybe the likes of that diamond, and you really want that light to hit it, you can lean them back so you get the full glow of the light source. I've got a small, I've got two of the small, in fact, sorry. I've also got two of the medium, and I've got two of the large. The large ones, by the way, from base to top of the neck is just over 14 inches, around about 37 centimetres, so a good size on them. Your price point today for 6 of these in total, £17.95 for you. That's buy one pack, get the other for £5, because these are usually £12.95 per pack. So you're getting yourself a real deal and opportunity today. And it's not just about for your craft fairs. I think pieces like this are great for gifting, actually. If you made a really beautiful necklace, let me just have a little look. For example, what about this one? Who's made this? Gorgeous Sandra made this one for us, our pudding beader. If you made a necklace like this, you could put it in a nice gift bag, that would be lovely, but I think even easier to wrap than something like that. You just pull it back, keep the necklace on it, wrap that as a whole, and when she opens it up, not only has she got a beautiful necklace there, she's actually got a stand to demonstrate it on for the likes of her dressing table. It's a really kind of, because I find if I'm wrapping the likes of a necklace, if I put it in a bag, I'm always a little bit worried at that moment of, please don't tangle by the time they get it out. But with this, you're not going to have that opportunity. Because you've got the kind of cushioning to this, you can just stick a pin in it, fold it over. You've got a nice wrapped there. They're not going to be able to guess what it is, are they? Probably, because of the shape of it's a bit different and unusual. And then they've got something to display it on their dressing room table, and they can look at it every time in the morning when they're putting the makeup on and think of the gorgeous gift you got for them. And with that collection there, you can do really delicate pieces all the way up to your big statement, can't you? Lots of you, again, coming in for these ones. Well done. It's buy one pack, get one pack for just £5. And thank you, Brother Pete, for knowing how useless I am with those and stacking them. Okay, now, we're going to bring you something mischievous. Now, the rings. No. I've got rings in box 7. 9 o'clock, sorry. We're going to bring you shepherd's hooks now, did you say? Let me see if I can't find them. I'm being a muppet. We'll bring you an image up in a second. Now, you said 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, didn't you? I've got a... Now, I'm sorry, I don't have the product to show you itself, but this is a picture of what you're going to be getting. These are 925 shepherd's hooks that we have there for you, and they are in size of 15 by 9. You've got genuine sterling silver here. Now, what that means is you're going to be getting one of the most reflective pieces or collections that we have for you. It's got in there one of the most highly reflective pieces. Now, this is going to sell out, apparently. I don't know what the price is going to be on this. Dion's keeping it very much under her hat today. Your price point today, 10 pairs of these, so there's 20 pieces. I didn't hear the price. Ollie's just going, I'm not saying the price. Oh no, is it? Is it? Don't forget, when we're dealing with sterling silver, we're dealing with a precious metal. And I don't know if you've noticed, that's the quantity at the moment. Yeah, my phone lines are going really weird. I mean, people with it in their baskets, they've gone off my screen. There's 10 pairs of earrings, there's 20 pieces of 925. Now, sterling silver itself has actually gone up in price recently. It tends to at this time of year. It's always pits and troughs and falls, and I like to keep my eye on it very, very, very closely. The prices at the moment are just raising again slightly, and that's because at this time of year it tends to, because people are buying these precious metals for Christmas. I want to see the price. I've been told to say Black Friday, last day. That is a shocker. That's 25 pence an earring, is it? For 925? Anything to say?
I think my voice is officially gone.
Oh my goodness, I cannot get over that. So that's about 50 pence-ish per pair, isn't it? Just under. 50 pence, but you couldn't buy copper for that in some places.
No, I was just about to say that. No, you couldn't. You probably... The cheapest I've ever found my copper ones, and that was some years ago before I started at JewelleryMaker. Excuse me.
They're sold out.
$2.25 a pair.
Wow.
I mean, I know there's probably somewhere I could cheaper, but it was local.
Yeah.
And I like to support the local. But they were $2.25.
$2.25. Yeah. That's a sellout. I've got something to go with it. Your Showstopper. I have no idea what Dion's going to do with the price of this. After that purchase, I'm scared of you. I'm scared in a really, really, I cannot wait to see manner. I think the interesting thing about showing you this at this time of year right here, right now, is when I think of diamond, I think you can't get more famous, can you? For me, the diamond as a gemstone is the most famed, the best known gemstone in the world. Yeah, there are songs written about it. There are films based around it. You know, it's the gift given to represent eternal love. When somebody gets engaged or gets married, it's a diamond ring, isn't it? That's the go-to. It's for me something so famous, and personally I think when you reach that level of fame, is there anywhere else to go? Well, yes. There absolutely is. This gemstone has been in the newspaper so much over the last month or so. It's almost hard to ignore. And I can kind of understand why, even just by looking at it. Let me take a look. Diamonds have been everywhere. I don't know if you saw a couple of weeks ago, there was the diamond that was discovered, and it was described as the biggest gem quality diamond found in the last 100 years. And the company that essentially found it, they've said it's a 1.111 carats worth piece, so 1,100 just over carat piece. And the fact of the matter is that because they found that, shares in their company went up by such a massive amount. Within 24 hours or so, the shares in their company went up by $150 million because of this diamond they'd found. That's the type of notoriety we've got with the diamond. And if they'd have found a quartz of that size, do you think it would have had that much of an impact? Probably not, because this is a diamond and it's got that name. And also, I don't know if you've seen Tiffany. The beautiful Tiffany has got a, Tiffany obviously known for their diamonds, obviously known for working with the best of the best. They've actually got a campaign running at the moment that's called Return to Tiffany's. And throughout that campaign, it's just diamond after diamond after diamond after diamond. And for Tiffany to do a Return to Tiffany campaign to essentially, you know, get people to come back to Tiffany and try out Tiffany, for them to choose diamond, that's got to show the notoriety of this gemstone. Tiffany has the opportunity to basically use any gemstone you could even imagine and beyond in the world. They're such a big company, but no. For their Return to Tiffany campaign, they decide to go for this. This gemstone has always had notoriety, but I would say over the last month or so, it's shot into the stratosphere again in fame. When share prices in groups that find big diamonds go up by around about $150 million. When huge jewellery houses like Tiffany focus on this gemstone to get people to walk back through their doors, you know that the whole of the market pays attention to that and can understand that actually price points could go up. Popularity and promotions at its peak, people are going to start investing to hit it whilst it's hot, whilst it's in the moment. But apparently, Dion likes to do the opposite. And why not? Why not? Never say that JewelleryMaker aren't a bit different and we're not a little bit unusual and not a little bit against the grain. We're going against pretty much every single company the world over right here, right now. Your price point today on 3 carats worth of faceted diamonds has constantly been, it's always been £147.95. It got slightly dropped after that, I'm just being told, to $129.95. Should we match it? Should we match that price point? Should we drop it down and match that price point? Because £150 is a great price for this amount of diamonds, isn't it? Don't you think? But we want to match it. We want to match the lowest price. And then we want to beat that massively. You ready? We're ignoring what everyone else is doing right now. It should have been almost £150. Don't kill Linda. That is essentially almost just shy of a third off the price of diamonds. That is absolutely ridiculous.
They're just so beautiful. Absolutely stunning. I mean, you can make them go such a long way too. I'll wait for Becky to count them.
11, 12, 13, 14. Hang on, I'm just doing a really average guess up. 13, 14, 15. So that much for me is about 15. So that's 15, 30, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. Mine's got about 55 on it.
That's amazing.
About 55 diamonds. Can you work how much that is out, please, per diamond approximately? We've just taken a third off the price of this. As you can imagine, phone lines, loop-de-loo. I've got 55 of them on here. They're faceted.
That's less than £2.
£1.82. Yeah. Do you know what I've just realised then? You can make yourself a 925 pair of sterling silver earrings for about what? It worked out. Yeah, 50p a pair, didn't it?
So that's 50p a pair.
50p a pair, and then it's £1.82 times 2. You can make yourself a diamond pair of earrings for less than
£3.50, than less than £3.50. Is that right?
For £3.64.
Right, that's amazing.
For a pair of 925 diamond earrings.
I mean, there's a sort of a young shop, isn't there? Accessories.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're talking £1.99 for a little bit of sort of perhaps a little, what would it be, little tin Father Christmas dangling, and they were £2.25, I saw. But I would put a little run of those into some white cultured pearls in the centre, probably only 10 of them. And that would be a really special, high end.
Very special.
And then with the garnet earring findings in the kit,
yeah,
I probably put 3 of the diamond drops on either side. You know, it's going to go a long way. And to be honest, there's no mistaking it's diamond.
No.
There really isn't. It's not
No.
quartz. You can see that by the sparkle and the depth.
Yeah.
And it's just got some... Oh, gosh, what's the word I'm looking for? I'll think about it in a minute. But it's definitely diamond. So anybody who looks or think, oh, I wonder what that is. Oh, is it? Could it be? For anybody who knows gemstones, it shrieks diamonds.
Absolutely, it does. Samantha, you've made a cracking point. Less than a cuppa in a cafe.
Oh, absolutely.
If anyone's not sure what a cuppa is, it's a cuppa. It's a cup of tea. It's a cup of tea. That is absolutely and completely true. And it's the price of a cuppa at a cafe, not even, you know, a well-known chain store, a very, you know, nice coffee shop. No. It's just a cuppa at a motorway services.
I went into a little charity stall in my local library and I got the twins with me, and they both wanted these flashing Christmas brooches. You know, the ones that have the little battery in and the flashing. And they were £3 each. So
really?
Yeah, they were £3 each. So that was £6 I spent there on these little flashing that'll probably break in 2 minutes. But for £6 I could have probably bought, what, 3/4 of those diamonds.
Wow.
When you put it into its sort of, you've got to sort of hit yourself between the eyes with the recognition of what's going on here.
I bought a tiny pot of glitter from a well-known craft store. I say tiny, it was probably about that size for, well, it was £2.
Yeah, it's going to be.
Just glitter. Deal was like, I bought a burger meal and it was like £6.
Yeah.
So you could essentially get yourself a few diamonds instead.
Yeah.
That is just astonishing.
And diamonds are forever, and that burger meal certainly isn't.
Yeah. £48 saving, ladies and gentlemen. We are clearing this out of the building. Now, because we are doing this price, because it's Black Friday, because we're doing such a special deal on this, we're getting rid of this today. If you want diamonds of this quality that are faceted to perfection like this before Christmas, you should get yourself on the phone right now. I don't want to sort of worry anyone and think, oh no, I'm going to miss out on diamonds before Christmas because, you know, how amazing would it be to give someone, I love diamonds for Christmas. I don't want to worry you, but I will say that you've got 20 opportunities left. Once they're gone, they're gone. From what I've heard, I don't know if anyone's heard any different, we haven't got a big stock of diamonds coming in anytime soon. I don't think we've actually got that many orders left before Christmas because obviously it gets quiet at the start of December on orders coming through for new stocks that we kind of get in. But diamonds at that price point, maybe you can't stretch to that price point at this time of year, call a friend. Give a friend a phone call.
Definitely, even 2 friends. I mean, third of a strand each.
A third of a strand, you're getting a whole carat worth of diamonds.
Yeah, I think that's a really good idea. I like that. I mean, I have done that with Sheila on some diamonds 2 or 3 years ago when I think they were 199. Those were.
Yeah.
But I think that's a really good idea. If you can't quite run to it, just give a friend a ring. I mean, you can send them back if the friends. Just get them now, if you can, and then if the friends can't join you, we'll send them back. That's not a problem.
You can send them back before the 31st of January. I mean, you've got loads of time. You really, really, really do. You have still got 2 months. I don't know about for everyone else, but you know that is you've got 2 paydays there basically, haven't you? To make your mind up and then still have the opportunity to send it back if you want to. I just think they're wonderful. Samantha is saying channel set ring and pendants with birthstone. Yeah, with that 925 ring we had on earlier. Popping those in, they did sell out, I'm afraid.
Stunning.
Something like that would be gorgeous.
Sort of channel set, handmade tennis bracelet, really. I mean, you can get the 0.4 sterling silver wire and put the tiniest little claw setting into them if you use the tiny little round nose pliers. Or just channel set them by wiring in between 2 pieces of, say, 0.8.
Yeah.
That would look astonishingly beautiful.
It would look so special, and actually you could make this go really, really far. I was looking at your wire writing earlier, and I know a lot of our guest designers love wire writing. I know a lot of people at home do. Even if you just did in very nice 925, you know, 0.8 wire, maybe did an initial for you were giving it to,
that.
and just one or
diamond.
3 diamonds
wrapped
onto it with 0.25. As a main gift,
Definitely.
a unique individual present made with diamonds.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the type of gift that is priceless, really, isn't it? In the giver's and the wearer's eyes, because it is unique, it is well thought out.
And I mean, I do think that, I know we've got fantastic other gemstones, but I do think that a diamond is certainly everybody knows. I think if you asked anybody the question, name a gemstone, that would possibly come out first in probably 60-70% of people.
I agree, actually.
And it's never going to go anywhere. It's always going to be revered, isn't it? Always. It's very needable and wantable.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I think at price points like this, diamond has this name and this notoriety of a diamond is something you save up for. A diamond is something that you don't even just save up for. Actually, in some people's point of view, it's someone else saves up for it for you. I think a lot of women, you know, they will they will wait until they're engaged to maybe receive a diamond. But at price points like this, it's not unachievable. It's not, a diamond doesn't have to be something of, oh, one day I would love to own a. At that price point, working out less than £2 per diamond, it is achievable.
It is achievable, and it's also something that you're proud to sort of hand down or perhaps leave to somebody or even give to somebody at some point. But if you popped, say, 5 of those diamonds, they're graduated, aren't they? Say 5 of the larger ones in the centre, into a white cultured pearl necklace and have the 5 at the front. Do that necklace, please go and get it valued.
Definitely.
Please get that valued, because I think you'd be really surprised. I mean, you're definitely going to touch well into 3 figures, and I'd be really interested to know where in the 3 figures that would sit.
And just to use 5 of them?
Yeah. Oh, yes, absolutely. That's all you need. That's all you need, is that little sort of pounce from the mega cultured pearls. That's a necklace I want to have now. I do, really.
Congratulations to every single one of you. I have 7 left, and by the looks of things, I have about 9 in baskets. This is fastest finger first. Do treat yourself to these if you possibly can, because I just think at that price, £48 off, something we don't see. Hello, Elizabeth. My mum's 60 on January the 3rd, so I could make her something really special with these. Absolutely. 60th birthday. Yeah, it is. It's for that sort of special occasion.
It is for something special like that. And you know what? You can go along to the shops and you can buy something that you've thought about for a long time and think, yeah, that's really special. They're really going to like that. But when you're actually going to give somebody diamonds, it shrieks I'm special, and I've
Yeah.
thought about you, and I've bought some diamonds, and you've now got some of them.
Yeah.
What a present!
Yeah. I've just had, you know, another 2 or 3 people checking out. So if you do want them, please. I've now got 7 on the phone lines apparently as well, so, and 10 in baskets now. So get the last ones whilst you can. And to everyone who got them, do you know what? That's a Merry Christmas, isn't it? Have a phenomenal, phenomenal time with them. And don't forget, you don't have to use them all in one place at all. I've got a tool selection now coming up for you. And this tool selection is something that I think we could all love and enjoy. Jessie. Just treated myself on my 80th birthday today, and that's from Jess. Happy birthday to you, Jess. Oh, what a fantastic gift to oneself.
Absolutely.
Isn't it?
Yeah, I actually, sitting here at the moment, I'm thinking the best present I could give myself today is a diamond, isn't it? Or a strand of diamonds like that. I mean, in my sort of gemstone world, you can't beat it.
No, I agree. I think a lot of people would agree with you. Happy birthday, Jess. I hope you've got your feet up. I hope you're relaxing. You're treating yourself to some diamonds. And what else do we treat ourselves to on birthdays? Food, a lot of food. Maybe you're planning on popping open a few bubbles later on, Jess.
Especially if you've bought diamonds, I would, Jess.
Well, yeah, go on. Yeah, Linda says so. You can't not now, can you?
You can't
Maybe
turn
leave
that
it a
one
bit.
down.
Maybe leave it a little bit, a bit early still. Happy birthday to you. I've got a wonderful tool collection now. This is your Wags Wycombe Trio. So what I've got here is one of the most loved tools. This tool has won many awards. It won an award last year for the best newcomer, I think it was. And we actually enjoy this tool a lot here at JewelleryMaker. It's the Wags Wycombe. It's so simple to use. We use it for the likes of creating the tops of a tassel, or even for doing the nice ending on the likes of Kumihimo or macrame. Or even yesterday, lovely Sheila did that knitted design and she'd used wire to wrap it off, hadn't she? You could use a Wags Wycombe to taper that down for a clasp. You can even use these to create earrings and pendants. It's so simple to use. All you have to do is pop your wire in the little holes, which you'll be able to see, and then just use the handle and twist that handle just using your wrist, and wire itself will guide around and down this wonderful tool. You've got the original, the mini and the large, all 3 for just £19.95. I mean, for a tool that you know nothing's there to fall off this, you're not going to lose anything from this. It's so simple to use. You can see, pop your wire in, and this takes lots of different gauges of wire, you know. Probably wouldn't want to use less than a 0.6, but 0.6, 1 mil, even upwards if you wanted to, are going to be great to use on this. You could, of course, use smaller gauges if you wanted to create really kind of nice, loose and fancy-free spirals. You could do. All you have to do is pop it in, loop it over, twist it around like this, and you can go. By the way, that diamond sold out, I'm afraid. Diamonds have sold out, I'm sorry to everyone who did get it, though. Just Merry Christmas, really. What a great gift for yourself, or happy birthday in Jess's situation. So you loop it all the way down. You can go as far or as less as you like. Give it a little bit of a trim at the top and the bottom to take it off the spool. And then all you have to do is you've actually got your little Wags Wycombe left over. You can loop the end in, you can make a clasp at the top if you want to, you can just cut it off as well, it's up to you. Debbie says, I have these beautiful, simple to use and lush results. Absolutely agree with that. I think a lot of people would, Debbie. I think the Wags Wycombe is one of those tools that every guest designer probably owns time and time again. Now, do not forget for me that you can use this with lots of your different types of wires. You can use it to create your clasps as well. And it's a great way, I would say, of being able to make your own findings if maybe you don't have the Kumihimo caps, for example. Now, I'm going to have for you, after the break, a bit of a treat. I'm going to be bringing you the opal. Now, I think our opal quality has just gone up and up and up. And this is a new strand for you today. I'm sorry, I'm sort of mesmerising it. This is a new strand of drops that I've got coming up for you today. If you want to get your hands on this, my quantity isn't as vast as I would appreciate it to be. So if you would like to get your hands on this, then all you have to do is stay tuned, because this strand and more bargains, don't forget last morning of our Black Friday deals, this and much more coming up with you. Oh gosh, that's so good. Coming up with you straight after this short break.
Here at JewelleryMaker, we love seeing your jewellery creations, learning about your inspiration and reading your blogs. If you write your own craft or jewellery blog, then we'd love to hear from you. Simply tweet us at jewellery_maker UK with your blog link and we'll be in touch.
Morganite was first discovered in California in the early 20th century. News spread quickly and it became of special interest to George Frederick Kunz, a well-known and respected gemologist and gem collector from New York. In 1911, Kunz later discovered the gem in Madagascar and suggested naming this pink variety of beryl Morganite. Along with emerald and aquamarine, Morganite is now one of the most popular gemstones from the colour beryl family. Join guest designer Sarah Elvin for the Introduction to Beadlooming DVD. Sarah will guide you through many techniques including adding beads, pattern creations, beading with chips, adding beads to warp thread, as well as how to set up your bead loom. To get your hands on a copy, contact our call centre. Get creative with JewelleryMaker.
We here at JewelleryMaker love to hear your feedback. So working in conjunction with FIFO, a global ratings and reviews provider, when you purchase a product from JM, you'll receive an email asking you to rate our service and our products. This helps us to bring you excellent customer service and ensure we're bringing you value for money and high quality goods. Have your say with JewelleryMaker FIFO reviews.
Did you know that if you go to JewelleryMaker.com and sign up to our mailing list, then you'll receive 10% off your first order with us. We'll also keep you updated with special offers, theme shows, program guides and JewelleryMaker tutorials. JewelleryMaker. Create, wear, share.
It's just got an Aurora Borealis trapped inside, hasn't it? That's what it looks like to me. It looks like it has all of the mystery, all of the folklore, all of the tale captivated within this gemstone. It's just something which is absolutely a snow. I've got some gossip. Big bit of gossip. Well, Linda has. No, I'm not pregnant. Just before anyone texts in, it's just winter weight, okay?
Winter weight. I've never ever heard it called that before.
Yeah, it's just a bit of insulation, isn't it? Now, we've got a big bit of gossip. we've got a beautiful kind of kit coming up, and I mean sensational to look at. I can't wait to see the demos on this. I get to see a lot of demos, and it's very, very rare that I will see pieces and say, oh, can we see that one as well, because I want to be able to make it, essentially. But I've got amazing strands here as well. Last day of the Black Friday deals as well today. I mean, it's all going on. It's all happening. It's all happening. Last day of Black Friday deals. Big bit of gossip coming up for you in the next 15 minutes. An amazing kit. Cass is off. Brother Pete's with me. Hi, Brother Pete. Hey. That was Brother Pete. You know your Kermit impression. You sounded like you were doing it a bit then. A little bit. You know, I'm just surrounded by loveliness today, and I've got to say, this is pure loveliness. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when you have quality Ethiopian opal like this, you have the opportunity to see this captivation of fantasy, and that's what I feel I have here. Donna's agreeing with me, says just beautiful. I have to say, your Ethiopian opal you've had on recently has been out of this world gorgeous. Donna, I completely, absolutely agree with you. You know how much I adore opal, and I've been asking, you know, quality, you know, can we get ones that show so much colour, and can we get ones that show so much pin and so much fire, and we managed to find somewhere that we could get exceptional quality, and I, for one, have just been absolutely over the moon. I'm sure you have too. Thank you for sending that in, Donna. Hello, Teresa, saying, got mine. And good on you. Do you know what I love about this, Teresa, and the fact that you're so happy about it? You could buy a beautiful gemstone, but I think, for me anyway, and obviously for you too, Teresa, opal does kind of make you feel that way. It makes you go, yes, I've got it. You get that kind of excitement, don't you, with an opal? And I adore about an opal is that it is such a unique gem, and because it has all of the colours pretty much in the rainbow within it, you know, you've got your ruby reds in there, you've got your peridot greens, you've even got chrome dioxide greens in there, you've got tanzanite blues, you've got so many of these beautiful colours captivating inside. It just goes with so much, just goes with so many other gemstones. The quality of this is obvious. I'm not shading this at all. And you know that the lights in here are so bright, it can really bleach out colours, but this one isn't. Samantha's saying some of those are pink. I absolutely can see those as well. If I move it across a little, the ones nearer the centre now, you can see, can't you? That is one of the rarest colours, very, very rarely seen in opal. But that goes to show you the quality. Honestly, I've been asking for serious quality. We've managed to get it recently, and I am over the moon. I want people to be able to own opal, and this is a new strand, and the fact of the matter is I can't always do this. I love opal so much that whenever I can, I will try and make sure that everyone can try and get their hands on it. And there is a way of doing that. There's a way of showing you it and just letting you know about the quality aspects of this, but I think I don't even really need to do that because it's obvious to the eye, even under these bleachy lights. And another way I can do it is by just giving you a great price. And this is a great price for you today. £74.95. We've had the last strand I did like this that was dropped with this much colour play was that £109.95. Do you remember? I got to launch it. It was £109.95 and it was dropped like this. The carat weight was different, of course, but the carat weight, the quality, sorry, was the same to my eye. Maybe you couldn't stretch to the £109 strand. Maybe that wasn't something you could get your hands on totally, but you have the opportunity to do it right here, right now. And guess what? I want all of you, as many as I possibly can, to be able to own this. So we're doing the last day of Black Friday offer, your price point today. We've just taken an extra, I was going to say £5, it's not, it's £10 off this. An extra £10 from this we've just taken off. That for me is something just unlike any other. Everyone who got this first from from Manchester to Germany to Yorkshire to the USA to Merseyside to Devon to Oxfordshire to the West Midlands, Herefordshire, another Cheshire, Gloucestershire, Ireland, Wales, Cumbria, Kent. All of you checked out before we'd taken that £10 off. Everybody pays the same price. It's great when you check out early on because it means you're not doing what everyone else is doing now and running to those phone lines and dialing that number so quickly and trying to kind of add it to your basket and check it out as quickly as you can and finding all your details that you might need. This is for you and a real great opportunity. For everyone else who is doing that now though, don't worry, you've got an opportunity to get this. We've got an okay quantity. I wish I could say I had hundreds, I don't, but we have an okay quantity. If you do want to treat yourself to opal of such a magnitude, and it's a magnificent quality strand, then now is most certainly your opportunity to do so. And at that price point, I genuinely just want to say to every single one of you, mammoth congratulations. And can I just point out as well, I love working with drops, but for me, what I do in my mind is when I buy a drop, I will also either think of what I've got in my stash or I will also buy at that time a round or a rondelle that I think will go nicely with it. I think personally, this as a pairing is just an epic idea. It's another strand of opal I've got coming up for you later on, but because you've got a drop, and you jewellery makers or crafters will know, and in particular, even if you're just you love taking photographs, you know, we talk about a lot, don't we, kind of creating a story, creating direction within a piece. In fact, Alison Tarry was talking about it yesterday with a handbag that she made, talking about creating direction with the eye. Then the drops can do that, but you need the rondelles to kind of draw the eye into the centre drops, if you understand me. So perfect pairing, they're coming up for you soon. Hello to Nicola. My goodness, Becky, those opals are stunning. They are like looking at a mirror ball at a disco. You, so much colour and light coming from them. Nicola, I absolutely agree, it is, isn't it? It's like having lasers hitting a disco ball, isn't it? And it gives you that array. Thank you for messaging us in. That was a really nice message, and I completely agree with you. Now, your names have gone off my screen. I've got a lot of you with it in your baskets. I've actually got names in baskets here that I don't personally recognise, and I've got some who have checked out who I don't recognise. Now, we've had a big influx of new people over the last few days and over the last week or so, which is fab to see. So if you are new to us, welcome. My name is Becky, and I just want to point out that, yeah, you are getting a massive carat weight of real great quality opal for a low price, but they are real. They are genuine. This isn't plastic. This is real, created by Mother Nature. Genuine, created with a silica-based substance, mixing with the water table in the crust of the earth, and that water being evaporated over many thousands of years to leave gorgeous opal like this. It's the real deal at an amazing price point, and yes, it is natural too. You've got a lot of peridot greens in there as well, as I mentioned earlier, and I do have a peridot here. One of those with one of the tiny diamonds in earrings.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you agreeing?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's actually, I've sent my thoughts out virtually and they've come back in again.
Oh, that's what you've done.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my opal to make my Christmas necklace. Oh my gosh, you're gonna look like you're dancing with Christmas lights, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, that opal really behaved itself, didn't it? And it showed a lot of opalescence, but do you know there's a lot more? There's probably another 500% on top of that when you get it home. The lady that said there's a lot of pink, I'd say virtually from here, I'm getting a really good view of it, and I would say 90% of those are shrieking pink.
They're just elegant, aren't they? That peridot I've just shown you is coming up at what time, did you say? Just before the end of this hour. So if you do want the peridot I've just shown you, that's your opportunity to Add it to your baskets. Really lengthy strands, and I think the colours of this go actually really, really nicely with that opal. Well done to everyone. I wish, sometimes when I see opal of this quality and the quality I've got coming up, I just wish I could be a fly on your wall when you... Actually, one day maybe I'll just dress up as a postie and just kind of knock on someone's door and just so I can see their faces light up when I can... when I see them open this, because it's just magical, and it might just take your breath away. Well done to everybody. Not a massive amount of those left, but enough if you want them. Nicola is saying it would be really opulent, but can you imagine them as fairy wings for Christmas decorations? Yes, I can. And I know you're saying isn't that really, really decadent? Yes, it is, but think about it this way. First off, it's a really low-cost strand, so not too much. Also, Christmas decorations, we were saying before, you reuse time and time again. And thirdly, even if you didn't want to reuse them again, you could just snip them off and make jewellery with them. So actually, not too decadent at all.
I mean, if you have your Christmas table, you could make that tiny little fairy with those opal wings, and perhaps just do a pearl stretchy.
Wow.
And make the little angel. I made an angel on the previous kit, which was just literally a beaded bead with a pearl, and then it had a little garnet hat. But you could make the angel, sorry, I made a snowman. You can make the angel the same way, but with the wings. And you're just using two. And what a gift that would be.
Serious
a table
gift, isn't it?
I mean, it wouldn't really cost probably more than you would probably spend on, say, a 1-row box of special chocolates from a special chocolate shop.
I agree. I completely agree with you. How spectacular. Well done to all of you. I'm over the moon for you. Oh, excuse me. Okay, I've got the kit to do for you now. Now, these spaces that I've got are the ones we were talking about earlier. So these go across this kit and the other kit. So we're doing the main section first, are we? So we'll do the main section first, and then I'll bring you those spaces we promised you earlier. Now, I've got a big lot of treats in here. What made you kind of put this collection together, please? I just put it together because I thought it will give you the opportunity of making Christmas accessories. You can make them for the home, Christmas table, Christmas tree, whatever. But also, it's worthy of making jewellery with. Yes.
So that's what I am. I'm a jewellery maker, so I wanted to be able to do both. And that's why I've put that one together.
I think you can definitely do both.
Definitely.
100%. Especially with the amount of wire you've got in here. You've not been afraid of the wire, have you?
No, not in the least, no. No, didn't let it get the better of me.
No, you have just gone wire, wire, wire. Now, just need to let you know that we are having... let's say low stock issues on our wire at the moment. As you all know, my previous producer, Helena, has gone on to do a job now where she essentially helps all the producers schedule and gets bundles and things like that together for them. And she's just been kind of going, where is all the wire? I need wire for this show. I need wire, wire, wire. So we've got here a big amount of wire, and I would genuinely say, even someone who works within the team, and that's kind of her job to get pieces like this together, is finding it extremely hard. I would say when you see this amount of wire, get it whilst you can, because I don't know how far stocks will last towards Christmas. I really don't. Especially when you've got 100 metres worth spool of your 0.4. Yes, this is your 100 metres spool. It's got 100 metres on it. I know the spools we used to do were a lot larger, but we've essentially gone on kind of saving the amount of plastic nowadays, and they're also going to be very good for your storage opportunities as well, because they are a little bit slimmer to use. So 100 metres worth of the copper wire there. I've got the 0.4, the 0.8, you've got a 1 mil and a 0.6 as well. So if I put them in size order. So you've got 1 mil, 0.8, 0.6, 100 metres of 0.4, so a big amount there. We're then kind of sticking with this gorgeous rich metallic tone in some of these gems. You've got my quad coloured strand here of the stars. I absolutely adore this strand, and what Linda's done with it has just taken my breath away, and I can't wait to see how we've created this. You've got the tri-coloured strand here going from a gunmetal all the way to a kind of golden tone, to a silver, and then into a blue. So a lot to be able to work with there. and then sticking with that multicoloured look with these. Now, how beautiful are these ones? So delicate and dainty, but actually a real nice big pop of colour. They'll go great with the spinel we had earlier. These again are your hematite, and they're a 2mm that we have here. Very, very special amount of brightness on those. And then last but by no means least, for the strands, as it were, we've got another silver coloured here. These ones are your 5mm. Nice to have something a little bit different within there. And then also I've got for you some half-drilled drops. Now these are your half-drilled shell pearl drops that we have here. They've got a drill hole at the top, but it doesn't go all the way through to the bottom. And you've got a very, very exciting ideas on how to work with this in Linda's kit, sorry. So a big amount to work with in here, a very, very big amount. 5 of those pearls you're going to be getting in total. It's wonderful to have back in stock the likes of this mammoth amount of wire. Should be over £51 this kit. Not today. Does anyone want half price? What about better than half price? That price point is astonishing, £24.95. It's better than half price. It's better than a buy one, get one free deal. Better than 50% off we've just given you on this. And yes, you are getting 130 metres worth of wire here in a copper colour, which is one of the most loved colours. I mean, Spellbinding Laura Binding, it's her absolute favourite. And I tell you what, she'll be on the phone straight away if she sees this, because at that price point, even just for the wire, you've got a deal and a half. But actually, to be able to get your half drilled pearls in there, those half drilled shell pearls in that lovely silver colouring, also to be able to get the hematite in a 5mm, which is an unusual size for us to be able to see, but it gives actually a really nice kind of movement to our piece. And if you put it alongside, say, a 6mm, you've then got those really dainty but oh so sparkly high impact on the hematite 2mm, and then that quad colour of stars. You've got all 4, it saves you buying 4 different strands of stars essentially, because you could just get your hands on one strand and you can get all 4 of the different ones. Now, ladies and gentlemen, at better than half price, you know, we've taken off how much? It was should have been £51.60, so it's better than half price. So you're actually spending less on the kit than you're actually saving. You're saving over £26 on this, so you're actually spending less on the kit. You're saving more on the kit than you're actually spending, which is astonishing. And because of that, it is extremely popular. Hence, my quantity is now at 33, and that's it, with people waiting on the phone lines. Now, do stay where you are on the phone lines, because this is a very, very special deal for you. I've actually got about 25, apparently, I've just been told. Once everybody checks out, we will be in single figures, once everyone's checked out and people who are on the phone. So if you do want 1 or 2 now, add it and check it out, and don't forget, it's not yours until you check it out. If you just have it in your basket, you're just like, oh, quite like that, better than half price. Wait, I saved more than I'm spending. Oh, that is good. But if you don't check it out, then it's not yours. And don't forget, 1 postage packaging, that's it. It's just £2.95 on the postage packaging. That's it from midnight till midnight. Not on each project, not on each product, sorry, or project, just for the whole kit and caboodle. And I do have a mammoth amount of spacers coming up for you very shortly as well. Are we doing them here? In fact, we're going to do them here because once everybody checks out, I'm going to be extremely low in quantity. Stay exactly where you are. Big time gossip. I love a good gossip, me. Do you? Oh, have I got gossip? Big time gossip coming up shortly. And 4 tubes of your spacer beads. We're going to do a deal and a half on this. Now, Linda, you put this in our collection today, didn't you?
Yes. Yeah, I just think it's such a useful addition to work across any kit, any bundles, any strands. It's a joy to have those in your stash.
Yes.
Because you can expand and perhaps save the gemstones a little bit. But I feel that they've got a really big part of jewellery. It enables me to create all the things that are going around in my head. I'm often thinking, oh, I wish I could put loads of spacers in there. And I think so. By providing them big time like that, then you're going, I mean, I have used them across both kits, and I've used, you'll see how many I've used in this particular kit, but I've used 1 1/3. So I still got 2 2/3 left, is that right?
Wow.
Yeah, 2 2/3 left, yes.
So a big amount, and that's
Yeah.
not just on this kit, it's on the other kit before.
Exactly.
If you remember with our ruby necklace,
Yeah.
we did, you know, ruby, one of these, ruby, one of these, ruby, one of these. So to only use that amount goes to show how far they go. They've got a really generous drill hole on them as well,
Yes,
haven't
they
they?
have. I mean, 1.25 will go through. 1.25 wire will. And if you're macrameing or kumihimoing or just doing weaves, peyote in particular, you'll get loads of thread through them, you know, quite a few times.
You will get absolutely loads of those different pieces from them. And I think it is important to note that we can use it. We do talk about, you know, your beaded Kumihimo with them a lot, but you can use it with the likes of your wire work
Oh, you
easily.
can use them with every medium.
You
without a
really can.
doubt.
Polymer
yeah.
clay even.
Absolutely.
Squidge them into your polymer clay, and you can bake your polymer clay with these in them because they are copper based. So the amount of people coming in for this, Linda, I think everyone's agreeing with you here that these are a real essential stash builder, aren't they?
Without a doubt. Absolutely without a doubt. And they don't take up a lot of room at home in those tubes neither.
Yeah.
But obviously they're really easy to use from the tubes. You just dribble a few into your bead board or something. But since we've had these beads, I've always kept at least one tube handy.
Yeah.
Because no matter what I'm making, I know I can use them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Without a doubt.
You can get a mixed metal look with them as well, which is really popular at the moment. They're going to make your gemstones go further. They're going to give you a really nice metallic edge to no matter what your medium is. And one price point today on this, I need seed beads, and at that price you can get them. That is a big price drop for you on this. Mammoth price drop on this, ladies and gentlemen. The 4 tubes there for just £34.95. That is a big drop there.
Yeah, I mean, you imagine, I don't know how many's in there. Is it?
There's a few, is there 300 or 600 in each tube, so you've got a mammoth amount.
Yeah, so I know it's an outlay to start with, but because it's put in a bundle, it's going to be so much more price friendly than buying them a tube at a time.
I agree. I absolutely do agree. Okay, everyone, we're going to have a little nosy at Linda's lovely pieces, and got something very exciting to say, haven't you, Linda?
Yeah, for everybody who's been, I do apologise for my croaky voice. For everybody who's been wishing Lucy well and asking if anything has happened, yes, it has. Lucy gave birth to little, and I'm going to read the name here, Freddie John Kieran's Nichols, and that was on Wednesday at 2:05 in the afternoon. She actually texted me at 5 o'clock. So I said, do you know what? Come and do my ironing.
So she's all back and better and on her feet again.
Yeah, she's fine. I spoke to her yesterday, and apparently Charlie has been a little gem. When she brought Freddie home, he said, "Oh, he's beautiful, my little brother." And he said, "Welcome to our family. This is Mummy, and this is Daddy."
Oh,
and
that's adorable.
That wasn't rehearsed at all, apparently. So
That is adorable.
only a Lucy child could do that.
Oh, congratulations to
She's
Lucy,
over the
Andrew,
moon. They're
and
very
family.
happy, and they're all really well. So thank you for asking, and thanks, Lucy, for letting me make that announcement.
You lovely lady. Congratulations to you, Drew, and family. How exciting!
It is,
I bet
actually.
Charlie's just over the moon.
Yeah,
I bet.
he is. He just
Just a little
is.
gem.
Yeah, I mean, they go one way or the other, but he's absolutely loving his little brother.
Total love. Oh, congratulations to you all. Now let's take a little look at what Linda's been making herself. This is the piece I was talking about before that I say I absolutely love and adore. And what was your inspiration with this piece, please?
It was the star that was the sort of inspiration. And I thought, I wonder what type of star that would make. Going back to the previous kit, it sort of weave different shapes together and see what you get. And I actually think that's really nice because it's sort of woven a star internally and externally and within it. So that sort of proves that point. Yeah.
I have had a text in just about the beads that we've used in this from Belinda. Oh, from Belinda. Oh, hello, Belinda. Saying, hi, Becky. Are those silver plated or silver coloured? Silver plated. on these ones. Genuine silver over the top of these, not just, you know, not just a silver paint, Belinda, genuine silver plate over the top, and it's brass, just to let you know, at the heart of these, so they've got a real nice weight to them. Hope that helps you. I mean, you've just gone for it with this collection, from wine glass charms to candle decorations to everyday wear to serious Christmas Day glamour. What a great kit.
Yeah, well, it's worked, hasn't it? I mean, those gemstones will, alongside the wire, have worked for sort of table accessories, etc., etc. Grow them and make sort of tree decorations if you want. And then jewellery that actually blew me away, to be honest. Because the first thought in my mind was the accessories. Yeah. But the jewellery is staggeringly beautiful with these gemstones and this wire.
Oh, no problem, Belinda, at all. Says, thanks, Becky. Love the star design. That's the one that caught my eye this morning. The star design, Belinda. It's just stunning. It really is spectacular. Congratulations, Lucy, Drew and Charlie, on the new addition to the family. Welcome, Freddie, says Leanne. Thank you for that. That's beautiful. That was so exciting, that news, isn't it? Now, we're looking at the time. We'd better get started on some crafting.
Okay. Well, let's... Excuse me. Let's do the start. Now,
yes, please.
I apologise, I am going to use monofilament this time, but I'll talk it as I go. Okay. So, what we need to do is, I've opened the strand of the stars and I've just popped them down onto my pink beadboard so that they are basically, I'm going to pick them up as I go. I'm not going to work out a colour scheme at all because this rainbow hematite doesn't really require that. So, we have 10 on our monofilament. 10 being the sort of magic word for the size of this particular pendant. And then what I do, a bit like a ladder weave, I take the one end, it doesn't matter which end, but take it through the end, the hole where the other end is coming out of. So basically you're going round in a circle. I can just find the hole. With these stars, you have a... Isn't that going through? I'll get it through, don't worry. You have a hole at a point, which is what I'm going through now, and you also have the corresponding hole is in the space between the 2 points. So I experimented a little bit, and I found that when you thread on the original 10, thread in through the hole between the 2 points, and then they will sit beautifully. Each point will then sit it within the double point of the next star if you go in through that one between the 2 points first. So basically I've come through there now. What you need to do then, and I'll skip this point because it'd be quite boring watching, is feed your, it doesn't matter which side, but feed one of the strands all the way back around until it literally meets the other strand coming out of that star. Then you can tie off because the knot will end up down, instead of being on top of the star, it'll end up being down in the little dip. Okay. Okay, but what I'll do, save the stars falling off, is I'll just give it a little tie here. Do you need to bring something in, Becky, or are we okay?
Well, we're bringing, you can see that Dion's just getting the arrows in straight away. She's like, here's something new, here's the arrows. We're bringing beading thread, elastic and monofilament. We're using monofilament for this, and it's something that is so useful to have.
I use it a lot. I use it a lot.
It really is very useful for us to have. And you get a massive amount of it on the spools. Of your gold-coloured beading thread, you get 50 metres. You get the clear elastic, you get 6 metres. And the monofilament, you get 80 metres. You also get a bag as well. And then you get not just 1 pack, but 2 packs of these. Your price point for both packs today, including the gift bags, better than half price, I've just been told. We've taken this too. Bang on the nose, £4. £4 for you to get your hands on a double pack of this today. And the great thing about doing them like this is we don't actually tend to do packs like this in our kits even anymore, do we? We used to do them in every single kit, but you know, neither of our kits have had them in at all today, and we very rarely do them by themselves as well. If you're planning on doing bead at parties, if you just love your beading, even if you're planning on getting young people involved with jewellery making, the likes of your elastic and your monofilament are things that they can use really quite easily. And at this price point, it's a great way that you can stock up, keeping the kids busy over the Christmas holidays.
Absolutely.
Julie says.
Yeah, absolutely.
I always feel guilty using someone else's ideas, but I'm sorry, Linda, I'm definitely using the star design idea. It's gorgeous. I am too, Julie. That's why I asked. I said, can we please do that one today, please? I really need to find out how to do it.
Yeah, that's really what I'm here for, and I find it an absolute privilege if anybody out there does sort of do my designs again, so please do.
I'm going to be.
Right.
Okay, so we've made the circle.
So we've made the circle with 10 stars coming in through the same hole each time. Then what I haven't done here, which is what I should have done, is I've tended to start a little bit far down on my monofilament. Just, you need to start, get your length of monofilaments, probably about 2 feet long or so, and start at the one end, just leaving a small trail of probably about 3 or 4 inches just to tie off. And then when you've gone all the way around for the second time, and you've come out between the stars and you've knotted, slip on 3. And again, randomly. I think random always works. Very rarely does it not work. In fact, I've never found it hasn't worked. So that's the way I always do things like this, particularly with a gemstone that's sort of a rainbow colour. It doesn't have to be all blues or one blue, one gold, one silver. Then let 3, I've popped on 3 stars now, okay? Let those drop down. Now they will drop down to the tip of a star that's in the circle. So what we need to do now is miss a star and go into the next star. So that is my first star, the one that's at the base. This is the one I'm going to miss, and then, bear with me, find the hole. This is sometimes, I tell you what you could do, if you have got the needles that we had earlier in the show, thread the monofilament into a needle, and that just gives you that little bit more control. But that monofilament has gone through quite well. Pull it through, lay it down on a flat surface as you do it, pull it, and there's the very first point of your star. Now all you have to do now is repeat that. You literally take the same working wire that you're working with, monofilament, beading thread, whatever, and thread on another 3, and count the star, the very next star in line to the point, count that as number 1, miss 1 and go into the next. And then you should, excuse me looking, hopefully get, yes, and you will, because you're missing 1 star out every time, and you've got a circle of 10, you'll get the 5 point.
The 5 point. I love this message from Helen just saying, wanted to say to you that she'd lost a mojo and you saved her last week with the gorgeous zigzag necklace she made.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that was nice. I've made that twice since.
It's nice that, isn't it, to be able to help out with that. Thank you very much for showing us how to do that. Absolutely sensational. I think just a really beautiful look and design that we've got with this. Dion's just gone, let's give Linda's voice a rest.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm going to have to switch in a great deal in a star by. Really, really, really great quality. I mean, genuinely a bit sensational. I mean, it is something which I have to say, for the quality of this, I'm amazed we've managed to get such a massive amount on a strand, because normally it's like with anything, isn't it? If you get really great quality like those diamonds I had on earlier that sold out, normally because the quality is there, you can't do too much of a large strand, because otherwise it'd just be out of most people's price range, so it'd be upsetting for us all, wouldn't it? But today we've managed to get great quality at a truly, truly substantial size. What I have here for you is a really, really fiery example of your peridot. The brightness and flash of this is something to really behold. This is an idiochromatic gem. Now what that means is it only comes and derives in one hue, in one colour essentially, and it means that its basic composition is very much still the same. Because it's idiochromatic, what that means is the colour itself is created by the natural components, but therefore it doesn't tend to change that much. However, there is still differences in tone and saturation. Now, we here at JewelleryMaker only like to accept the very, very highest quality colour grading. And I have shown you time and time again, actually, little short films of Steve just saying, I like that colour and that colour, but not that one, not that one, not that one, not that one. It's too light, it's too dark, etc. We really pride ourselves on bringing you great quality peridot. And I think it's obvious to see on this strand, because there's so much on there, you can actually see areas of that beautiful zesty green, but you can also see, as I rock it back, areas of actual golds, actual golden yellow tones bursting in there as well. Now that goes to show the quality of this is exceptional. You wouldn't be able to see anything like that if the grade of colour wasn't up there, and also if the grade of clarity wasn't up there. So we've got two really big attributes to show us how high-end this is. And like I say, it's unusual for me to see such great quality of this in such a lengthy strand, because when we get great quality, of course, the price is up there, and therefore we try to keep the strands themselves a little bit smaller than usual so that they're more affordable for you at home. But today, we've managed to get the quality and also get like the best price point imaginable. Your price point today isn't even £40. Now, this is a £40 worth strand. You can see the quality yourself. I know you lot love peridot. A lot of you are connoisseurs. A lot of you, this would be your specialist subject. But we're still taking off a mammoth chunk of money. This is now £29.95. We've taken £10 off this for you in total today. That price point for such a lengthy strand. And you know, if I hold it out for you, you'll really get an idea. You'll really get an idea of the amount you're getting in this. It is a mammoth amount. You can see the quality yourself. It's just bandangling. Now we're doing this because it's Black Friday. It's our last morning of Black Friday deals today. So if you want them, you're in the right place. But do stay where you are, because we've got another 2 hours, is it, or hour? Hour and a quarter. An hour and a quarter of these deals coming up for you now. Hello, Samantha. Use the peridot to make a fairy dress with the opals as wings and a pearl for its head. That is brilliant. My whole theme for my tree has now changed. I want to do the opal and peridot fairy angels, and I want to do your stars just as like baubles or garlands on my tree. Gemstone tree. I love that idea.
So do I.
Oh, Sam, you've just... Oh, I'm gonna have to leave the show with half of the products today, aren't I? I'm gonna have to ring the call centre and say, yeah, can I have all of these following things, please? I want to adorn my tree in Christmas goodies. I think they're such great ideas. These is a little fairy dress, and then you've got the little fairy wings as well. What a great idea. I adore that. Okay, everybody, if you can check out when you have the opportunity to do so. I don't know if we have any of that opal left, but just to forewarn, we do have the rondelles coming up soon as well. Well done to you all. £29.95 for you today on this. I've got a Kumihimo collaboration now. If you love your Kumihimo, we're in the right place, because I'm going to bring you your Kumihimo board and some Eslan threads. Now, are you planning on giving someone the gift of creativity? I've already done it this year. Well, I haven't actually. She won't have opened that day yet. I think it's the 10th, if I recall. I did my grandma's advent calendar, gave it to her on Wednesday, and I got her creativity. I got her a Kumihimo disc. She won't be watching that, will she? Oh, it's too late now anyway. I got her the Kumihimo disc, and I got her some cords, and I got her the DVD, and you know, And I actually got some of those spacers as well, not the silver ones, the copper ones, because that for me is a perfect gift idea. What a lovely way to give someone a really interesting gift that they can get involved with right there and then, and you teach them a new skill. If you want to treat yourself to this, you've got to be quick. I've got just under 60. Oh, so do treat yourself to this whilst you can. You are getting the Kumihimo board. You're also getting the black Eslon, which is a 0.4. The bronze Eslon is 0.4 also. You've got the pewter Eslon, 0.4 again. You've got the red, which is a 0.4. And then the dark grey, by the way, is a 9. So all of them are 0.4, apart from the dark greys, which are a 9 for you there. So a little bit of a different thickness on that one. So you can do micro macrame, micro Kumihimo, so much more. And don't forget, you might not even do Kumihimo. You might just want to get your hands on these cords. And I don't know if you saw, but was it Nikki the other day who did some Kumihimo? What was it? I can't remember now. I think I've said the complete wrong person. But just simply cut up the Kumihimo board and actually used it for completely different uses. Just cut it up themselves. Well, you can. Why not? Your price point today for all of this. £11.95. That is a very, very special price point indeed, because from what I recall, isn't a pair or a trio usually £9.95? So it's around that price, I'm sure it is. So realistically, that is very, very special for you. It is Jigsy. 95 is your code on this one. It's a great way to give a gift of a skill, and Kumihimo I think is one that lots of people can get involved with and can kind of create. And I like Kumihimo because I think it creates really feminine looks, but also can create very masculine looks. And if you've got a gent in your life who maybe he works in quite a methodical way, he loves a good flat pack and you know, crafting to plan, then this type of thing could be great. Debbie says, I use that disc when I'm knotting pearls. Oh, to stab in and to knot. Great idea, perfect idea. Well done, everyone. Last chance saloon on that for you. Now, morning, ladies, have had Achilles tendon removed. So stuck in bed. Kumihimo is the best thing. I'm loving it. Merry Christmas. Victoria, you poor lady. One of my friends just twisted or bent their Achilles heel once. It's the bit that's at the back of your heel, and was in agony for months and months and months. So, get well soon. What a great thing to be able to do in bed, though, because you do get bored of just sitting there doing nothing, reading magazines, don't you, after a while? So, good on you. Please get better soon, lovely lady. Get better soon, lovely. Okie dokes, we're bringing you a showstopper, and you're going to love it if you love Peridot. If you got the Peridot drops, then you may well want to add the Peridot faceted rondelles to your collection. And probably at the price we're going to do them, even if you didn't get the drops, you'll just say, do you know what, it'd be rude not to. It's a really nice festive green gem that we have here for you. And I think that when you get something with so much of kind of an interest to it as this, it's a gem that we can wear all the time, every day if we want to. It is of course a birthstone of August obviously, but you don't just have to wear this for a special occasion. I think it is that complementary type of green that does have aspects of gold within it that you can wear every single day if you want. Now this gemstone, as we all know, has been discovered on Mars, and I'm about to give you a price which is out of this world. So if you want it, you've got to get yourself on the phone lines for it instantly, because it's Black Friday. I've told you already we are going out with a bang on our last day of Black Friday weekend. We're not in tomorrow, me and my team aren't in tomorrow, so what we're going to be doing is giving you price points that hopefully by Wednesday management will have forgotten about. It's that time of year where lots and lots and lots of things are changing. It's that time of the year where, you know, prices in places can actually go up. But it's also the time of year where we want to get making on our Christmas presents for our loved ones. We're going to make that very, very, very possible for you today. I've got this exceptional Peridot strand, and already your names have gone off my screen. And that's before the arrows. Everybody on the web, you can now see the price point. That price point you can see on the website. That is the price point we're going to. Telephone bidders, if you want to find out what it is, absolutely do feel free to ring in. Can I just say that people who've taken it down, Peridot purchasers, we've just taken that down, and you have got, your baskets have gone off my screen. Now, we are going to let as many of you web bidders check out as you possibly can in the next sort of 30 seconds before I bring in the telephone bidder, before I bring on the price for the telephone bidders. Now, the reason we do this, the reason that the people on the website can see it before the telephone bidders is because, don't worry, everyone gets a fair chance, because we would never let that quantity get down to say 20 before we showed you the price. But the reason we do it like this is because when the website goes loop-de-loop-de-loo, and then the call centre goes loop-de-loo at the same time, when you have deals like this on, we basically don't want to break it. So we're giving you all the opportunity on the web to get it now, but as soon as those telephone bidders get to it, I tell you what, telephone bidders are fast. Are you ready for it, telephone bidders? Your price point today for the last 101. £5.95 for you today, your Black Friday deal of the day, possibly. I think that price point for one of the most executive of gemstones. I think it's an executive gemstone because it's a gemstone we don't know that well. Other people might not know that well. It's also a gemstone which I think, with that much colour and that much brightness, it is a really exciting gem to have in your collection. If you want me to show you it alongside the Peridot I had earlier as well, I will. And if I show you it with the opal and the ruby too, ruby's coming up just after the break. I mean, they're just gonna, that's a perfect tone, isn't it? And that's what I mean. It is an idiochromatic gemstone, but even if the tone was slightly off, that wouldn't look quite right, but it does. I'm going to show it you with the opal as well. This is the opal that we had on earlier for you. And I think because, oh my gosh, I'm not even slightly shading that opal, and look at it. That's astonishing. I think because you've got on there the peridot-like tones in the opal, it really works. And then the ruby as well. We're heading on over to the Wall of Fame now. Lots of you are going to miss out. I'm sorry about that. Don't worry, more deals coming up very shortly. But right now it is Wall of Fame. Hello everybody, happy Sunday to you all. We're over here at the Wall of Fame, and we've got, in fact I better start off because I've got more around. It'd be a bit strange otherwise. I've got 3 for 3 for you here, and I love those shapes in there.
Beautiful.
This is from Kay. Hello to you, gorgeous Kay. Hello, everyone. Hi, hope you are well. Here is my entry to the Wall of Fame this week. A necklace and earrings, all from JM, of course. I've used green opal nuggets and golden findings. Hope you like them as much as I do. They are good enough for, and they are good enough for the wall. Good luck to my waffers. Please keep up the belly laugh shows and amazing deals. And that is lots of love from Kay in West Yorkshire. Thank you so much for sending that in, Kay. You know how much I love a good opal, and I think you've really shown them off so well. 342 is your number.
This is 347, another gorgeous necklace, and short and sweet again. It's from Sharon. And Sharon says, here's my Wall of Fame entry. The gems are from JewelleryMaker. Lots of love from Sharon. Sharon, short and sweet, but very beautiful.
Very beautiful indeed. We had some text saying, hi Anne, I got the Peridot, great price, back to work now, says Anne. And I hope you're having a good time getting your gemstones all treated yourself and one of our budding beaders. Thanks for that, Anne. Sandra says, great show as always, some fantastic bargains. This is a bracelet I've made from different types of chain. Some hematite beads. I love the multicoloured metal look, and it's such a chunky piece. piece, and that is from Sandra. Sandra, thank you very much for sending that in. And the multicoloured hematite, like Linda's star earlier,
beautiful.
would look beautiful with designs like this.
Good.
346 is your number.
This is a stunning
345,
design.
sorry.
Actually, a couple of designs, absolutely stunning.
Wow.
As tigers are by the looks of it, and it's 348, and it's from Lynn. And Lynn says, "It's my entry into this week's Wall of Fame. It's a necklace and earring set made with beautiful tiger's eye and gold-plated chain and findings. I glued the pendant onto the round half of a toggle clasp. What's a good idea? I used to think that gluing was cheating, but started using it when I saw designers on JewelleryMaker using it and thought, why not? There's absolutely why not. Everything I used was, of course, from JewelleryMaker. Good luck to all the other waffers. Very best wishes to everyone at JewelleryMaker and all the fellow crafters." And that's Lynn in Ipswich. Lynn, that's beautiful, and never worry about using glue. It has a place in everything.
But the big jewellery houses do it, don't they?
Absolutely, they do.
I've got 346 here, and this one is from Anne in Staffordshire. Hello, Anne. Says, "This is my latest entry. This is for my niece to take with her to New York for New Year. She's wearing a black and silver dress for a river cruise to see the New Year in. This set is Fasticlia quartz round drops and black faceted agate, all in 925 silver. The pic doesn't do it justice at all. Keep up the great deals, great presenters and guest designers. You have all kept me going these past few weeks due to ill health. You always make me smile and make my day better. Thank you all. Good luck to all who enter." And that's really sweet of you. And I hope you're feeling a little bit better now. And if not, get better soon. It's a beautiful piece, and I hope your niece has a fab time. 346 is your number. Okay, that's our Wall of Fame for the day. Don't worry, still loads coming up. I've got some lovely people in the Sunday Experience joining us soon. I love Sunday Experience time. We've got Sunday Experience joining us very, very soon. We've got more last-minute Black Friday deals for the last day of that, and after the break, Ruby, me and Linda will be back with just 34 opportunities on the other side of this break.
Join resident designer Sheila for our Bridal Headwear for Beginners DVD. Sheila will guide you through an array of beautiful bridal designs, including a pearl tiara, the star hair comb, a twisted spiral tiara, and much more. This DVD is packed full of inspiration and helpful hints and tips. To get your hands on a copy, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655.
There are 2 easy ways you can purchase from JewelleryMaker. You can watch our show on Sky, Virgin, Freeview and FreeSat, and call our free phone number where you'll be put through to our friendly help team who can place your order. Alternatively, you can go to our website and click to register. Once you've filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking on the Watch Live Show button on the homepage. You can also use our quick search tool and narrow down your results. Once you have found an item that you like, simply click on the Add to Basket button and you can continue shopping or check out right away. Don't forget, you can add as many items to your basket per day for only 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with JewelleryMaker. Come and join JewelleryMaker for a customer-exclusive party. Enjoy a festive buffet, meet the team, tour the studios and shop for gifts with exclusive offers from JewelleryMaker. Our guest designers will be showing demonstrations as well as giving you advice and inspiration. The afternoon will be filled with Christmas spirit, lots of fun, a few surprises and a present from under the Christmas tree. It's going to be a cracker, so make sure you book with us today so you don't miss out.
Did you know that no matter how many times you purchase with JewelleryMaker in the same day, you'll only be charged one postage and packaging fee?
Did you know that the JewelleryMaker phone number is free from a UK landline? Now you can spend those extra pennies on more shopping.
Come and join JewelleryMaker this Christmas. Throughout December, we're running Christmas-themed workshops where you'll be inspired to make decorations, Christmas presents, gift tags, personalised accessories and much more. We have an array of workshops to choose from, all of which will be filled with festive cheer and lots of fun. Every person who books on a workshop in December will automatically be entered into our Christmas raffle prize.
It's Madagascan. That's exactly why this has so much depth and so much richness. It has got that Madagascan rich tone, saturation of perfection, i.e. to many it is the archetypal ruby colour. You get that in a Madagascan, you really do. You get that go-to colour. It's not virgin on the pink, it's not virgin on a really, really dark garnet, almost black. It is just the ruby colour. Hello everybody, lovely to see you. It's Sunday, it's the last day day of our Black Friday weekend, and we've given you so many treats already. More treats to be continued, and this is a treat, isn't it? What you've got here is you've got a member of the Conundrum family. Corundum, I couldn't say it right then. A member of the Corundum family. One of the reasons it's named that is because of the different kind of pieces that are made up for it and the cocktail of being made by Mother Nature. And one of the reasons that it gets that beautiful, beautiful, deep, deep glow colour is because of the chromium that is created in the process of its making. This gemstone in the Corundum family shares that family with many other well-known gemstones, sapphire probably being its counterpart in that family. But interestingly enough, this is the most executive and extravagant of any of the gemstones in that family, aka and i.e. Carat weight for carat weight, this to any other member of its family will cost much more. Not today though, price point. Should be, but it's not. We're doing Black Friday offers. This is a new strand. I've not seen it before. It's Madagascan Ruby, and the price point on it today is just £49.95 on this. The great thing about that price point is we've made it more affordable for you, but the quality is still there. I don't know if you can see some of the star-like details running across some of them. Can you see it a little bit on some of those? You've got that star-like shimmer and sheen detail, which just takes place under the surface. That is a phenomenon that is much easier to see in real life, I have to say. But it is taking place on a lot of these beautiful gemstones. It just gives so much interest. It just gives you something to really appreciate and enjoy. You can see it you can see it more in real life, I'll be honest, it happens better in daylight, but I think that is just one of those signs that you've got a really interesting gemstone on your hands. We've dropped it down in price, £49.95 for you today. Well done to everyone, and they would go great with that peridot we had earlier. Sterling silver I've got for you findings pack. Now, this is a wonderful, I did you a findings pack in, was it the rose gold earlier on? I'm bringing you a findings pack now in your silver. Now this, again, is going to be a little bit of a special deal for you. Let me show you what we've got here. We've got a selection of your findings, including your large flattened oval link chain. Now, I really like this chain. It's almost eyelets, almost, you know, the Egyptian letter R shape. Show you that. Really extended and flattened down as well. A lot of precious metal goes into creating loops and links like this. But the wonderful thing about having a look like this is that you get that wonderful effect. In fact, if I kind of flatten this out for you and I just catch it in the right area, let me just find it there. If I pull it taut, Can you see how you get that light that shimmers all the way across it? Now, that is without using any filters. We haven't got a star filter on our camera. We're not using any, you know, special effects on this whatsoever. That sheen and that shimmer that you're getting, which is just so eye-catching and bright, is just phenomenal, and that is without filters whatsoever. That's just because it's such a high grade 925 metal. I just think that's astonishing to get that look and that effect without any filters or effects of the lights or the cameras. That is very special indeed. We here at JewelleryMaker don't use any of those effects whatsoever because we want you to know that what you're getting is the real deal. I've got for you here also the likes of your shepherd hooks. Now these are a really great gram weight on there of your shepherd hooks. You're getting 4 of those in total, and that comes to 2 pairs. You also get things like the lobster claw clasps and the head pins. You also get the crimp bead covers, the crimp bead themselves, and you get the trio of your jump rings. All of this is very precious metal, 925, 45 pieces. All in all, $12.95 is a should-be price. Price slashing silver seems to make no sense, doesn't it? I've just told you that silver's going up in price at the moment because of the time of year. £8.95 on that collection for you here today. Big price slash for one of those colours of metals that time and time again is absolutely loved and adored. I think that for a lot of people it's a very complimentary colour to be able to have against the skin, and when you're getting this amount of it for such an exceptional price, I mean really, that's kind of the price of our copper findings packs, isn't it? Generally. That's usually around the price that we're looking at. Now, there's so many of you with it in your baskets, and I do encourage you to check out. At this time of year, the precious metals do tend to go up in price on the market. I like to keep my eye on that sort of thing quite closely. It obviously, the price of precious metal fluctuates basically day-to-day basis, but it is slowly and steadily going up at the moment, and that's one reason is because of the time of year. People are buying extra special gifts for people, and therefore they want more of the precious metals. So there's more production and therefore costs more money, and the prices of it do go up, and because of competition as well. And there's lots of pieces today that you'd probably only ever pair with the likes of your 925, including this opal, which is coming up in around 10 minutes for you. So not long for you to wait on that opal if that's what you wish to treat yourself to. £8.95 for this much 925. What do you think of that, please, Linda?
Astonishing, isn't it? I mean, that's, excuse me, squeaking again.
Oh, but you poor love. I feel like I don't want to speak to you because I don't want you to
it's
hurt
fine.
your
It's
voice.
just the effort. I might suddenly shriek.
Okay.
So, because I'm shouting deep down inside. It's just an astonishing price. As you say, sterling silver's on the up at the minute. Tends to be seasonal for some strange reason. But having worked with plated, anybody who's worked with plated and then works with the sterling silver will know, you know, a million times over the difference, the tactile difference, and also the performance of it.
Yes.
Sterling silver performs better, and you get more chances of having a go at it.
Yeah, yeah.
More chances of making a mistake and then perhaps redoing it, and you're not going to damage the silver at all.
Yeah.
And you always need it. You can make the same design in plated, same design in sterling silver, because you've got different customers.
Yeah, you do.
Or even for different presents. It all depends where they're all going to slot in.
It does, and these will kind of slot in perfectly.
Absolutely. I mean, at that price, without a shadow of a doubt.
Definitely they will. Treat yourself whilst you can. I've actually only got 92 left at the moment, and by the looks of things in baskets, I've got about 30 perhaps. So if you do want to get your hands on them, just give us a little phone call, 0800 644 655, and we'll be with you as soon as we possibly can. Our call centre's literally just a few doors down, and they're so useful for you. They're so helpful, for you. Just ring us up, press number 1, and they'll try and help you out as much as they possibly can. £8.95 for the last 84. And don't forget, we've had Peridot that will go great with this. We've had the ruby that would go great with this. And actually, the opal that I've got coming up, of course, will go great. And my next product, did you see Rhodolite Garnet? That'll go great with this as well. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a showstopper. A real nice intensity of colour, a lot of surface area on this, meaning that you get essentially this panning of the light and of the brilliance, which is just so eye-catching. When you get so much surface area, you get more opportunity for light to enter and exit the gemstone. And what does that mean? It means more light, it means more brightness, it means more intense colour. Because when you get light to the eye, when you get so much light coming into the eye, you are getting the opportunity to intensify colour. It's like with anything. If you look at a gemstone in a very darkened room, if you looked at this in a darkened room, it would look very different to if you took it outside into the sun. And the reason of that is because when you're in the sunlight, you've got all of these different directions in which the light enters and exits the gemstone. Don't forget, whenever we depict a gemstone, which I always think is quite confusing actually, but whenever we depict a standardized gemstone, we always show, don't we, the light going in to the table of the gemstone. Always like that, but that's not how light works on a gemstone. It doesn't just enter through the table, it enters through in lots of different directions. And when you get that on this strand like you are now, you get such a richness of colour. Now, I love the colour of a rhodolite garnet anyway, but I don't know if you agree with me, sometimes on certain shapes when you don't have this much surface area in each gem, it can seem a little bit dark. It can look very maroon, in fact, but very intense, almost touching upon black. This one does not do that. It is a real true, it's quite a light wine colour actually, isn't it? It's not a Pinot Noir, is it? It's kind of a burgundy perhaps. It's a beautiful colouring that we have here. It's unique shape, it's got a lot of light play, and its intensity of colour. All of that at one price point, which I think will shock. This is a Black Friday offer I'm about to show you, ladies and gentlemen, and it is the last morning of our Black Friday deals today. You know, we're not going to be able to get away with this in the future. You know what a Black Friday weekend is like. We go loop-de-loo on prices, and we kind of get away with it on a Black Friday weekend. We've made the most of it, I think you'll all agree, and we're making the most of it for our final morning show. Your price point today on your rhodolite garnet, £4.95 today on this genuinely sensational strand. Linda just looked at the screen straight away to double check I hadn't said something wrong and kind of did a cheeky little grin.
Yeah, well, it's just madness really in some respects, isn't it? It really is. I've been here since day dot and I still can't get my head around these prices. It's almost like, okay, yeah, we've got used to that, but I don't want to get used to prices like that, to be honest, because I hate to say, but it's undervaluing the gemstone in some respects. I don't mean that like don't buy it, because you really definitely should buy it, because the gemstone itself is absolutely stunning. But prices like that, you think, well, you just can't buy acrylics. Well, you can, but that's exactly what they are.
They're acrylics.
Yeah.
They're all the same.
Yeah,
They're exactly the same.
Exactly.
They're exactly the same. You can buy yourself, 3 different packs and they will be the same. These ones aren't that. These ones are a bit different. These are a bit unique. These ones, even if you get a gemstone that is exactly the same size, look at it really closely, look at it through a loop, and they won't look the same.
No, absolutely.
Even the
internal
kind of effect of each of these will be different. You don't get that in an acrylic or a lab made or a plastic gem. And I myself, of course, have nothing against the likes of your plastic gemstones. I have worked with faux in my card making. I work with kind of diamantes and things like that to stick on to the likes of cards, memory books and things. But I understand that the prices you can pay for those for what they are is actually excessive when you take into consideration that this is Mother Nature. These are real. Every single one is individual and different. And still, with the mining process of these, don't forget when you're buying things like this, you have to pay for the mining process. You're paying for, you know, even the likes of the diesel that fuels the huge tractors that kind of sweep the area so the miner can get in. All of that money goes into it. When you're buying the likes of plastic gemstone, you're essentially paying for a piece of machinery to melt a bit of plastic and put it into a nice shape, which really, when you think about it, it's a completely different kettle of fish. So I'm astonished that we're able to do something like this at £4.95. I really am.
Yeah, I mean, I think you hit the proverbial nail on the head when you said that £4.95 for a strand of anything really acrylic has got to be quite a considered price, hasn't it? But gemstones at £4.95 is, well, just see where else you can find them. I think you'll struggle. But don't underestimate what you'll get when you open your parcel.
No, no.
Absolutely not.
I agree with that. And if I could show it with the opal, do you mind? Just because you remember we were saying earlier that lots of the opal had a lot of pink in it. Lots of pinky tones. If I just shimmy that around. I think that works. I think that works. Did you? Now that you've paired it with that rhodolite garnet, it brings more of those pinks into it, doesn't it? It almost intensifies it. I think that's just fab. Okay, just to let you know, if you want to get your hands on this garnet, I don't think there's very many left of it at all. The graphics have gone off your screen, but there are still a few available, apparently. Still a few available, but not a massive amount. We're slashing the tool. No. Wait, why not? I've never seen this tool price slash. Now, my lovely, wonderful brother Pete did bring it to me. Oh, thank you, brother Pete. Say good morning, brother Pete. Doesn't he look lovely in the morning? He looks so full of life this morning. Positively zingy after his car journey home, listening to what cool tunes were you listening to on the car on the way home?
Producer Danny were listening to Christmas music.
Michael Bublé Christmas music last night, ladies and gentlemen. That's cool. Thanks, brother Pete. This is your Lazy Daisy tool that we have here. I've never seen this price dropped ever.
No, I don't think I have.
And we've had this for years.
We have.
It has never, ever been price dropped, we've just seen, until today. That is so exciting. Ow, that is so exciting. I actually sort of squeezed the packaging too tight. This is a phenomenal, phenomenal tool. It's a tool that so many of our guest designers use. So many of our guest designers have used. We've had it for years. I'm going to get the components out so I can really quickly just show you around them. So, this is what we're getting. This is your Lazy Daisy. What this creates is beautiful knits and weaves that look like this. It's good for you to do your wire. And what it does is it creates a medium that we call Viking knit. Now this is just wonderful to use. Obviously there are DVDs on exactly how to use this, but if I very, very much long story, here's a bit of a DVD. I'm going to guess that we're with the Spellbinding away on this one. Spellbinding, Laura Binding showing you Viking knit. This is edition 2 DVD that we've got. Have a little look on our website. But this is the type of look you get with it. It's almost, I always think of it, it's not like chainmail, but in a strange way it is. It almost gives you this ancient look, doesn't it? Oh, there's Lucy, look at her. It almost gives you this ancient look. It almost gives you this historic appeal, I think. So you've got the Lazy Daisy section on here, so called the Lazy Daisy because this bit obviously looks like a flower. This bit does come out, and what you do is you put your wire through each and every one of the loops, and you can get this to grow and grow and grow and extend. You can make as longer pieces as you want. You get the pin in here, which means that you can separate out every single one of the individual pieces. I don't know if any one of you remembers, but we had Stephanie Eddy on show with us once. Stephanie Eddy is the lady who creates this. And Stephanie Eddy actually came on air with us and showed us some of her catwalk model pieces. I mean, they were phenomenal. You can do absolutely outstanding pieces, and the pieces that Stephanie Eddy brought to us and showed us, I'm sure that must be on YouTube still, it must be. It's about a year ago. She showed us catwalk creation pieces that were just astonishing. I've told you I'm going to do a price drop, so we will. Always been $19.95. All I can see is Dion doing like, woo! Apparently she's just stretching, but I think she's just excited about the price we're going to go to. Your price point today. It comes with instructions, don't forget. Your price point today. For the first time ever, make a note of this day in your diary. It's first time ever. Dropped it down in price to £14.95. If you're starting doing your Viking knit, you know that all you need is this and some wire. Yes, you can add extras on. Yes, you can add treats on. You can do multicoloured pieces. You can do whatever you like, but essentially that's all you need. And you even get your a thing to make your bead capper with this. You even get a thing to finish this off, to finish off the designs you get here. This is to make your Wags Y-cone effect, to finish off your lazy daisy. This is your 1/4 inch tool that we have here. It's the original. The phone lines, sorry, the people with it in their baskets have gone loop-de-loo round the bend. There's so many of you getting this that your names have gone off my screen. If you want to treat yourself to this, now is your opportunity. I've got people multi-purchasing on this, and I'm not entirely sure I've actually seen that before. Are you planning on doing jewellery making workshops? Is that your New Year's resolution, to start your own business, to start your own jewellery making parties or whatever it might be? Are you going to be maybe teaching people skills at college or anything else like that? Well, then you have the opportunity to do so with this tool. You can multi-buy at that price. We've given you astonishing price point there. You know, you're £14.95. We've got a low price point on that. Lowest we've ever seen. This has never even been taken a penny off, let alone as many pounds as we've just taken from it. But what you have with it essentially is a tool that at that price you can multi-purchase if you do want to do classes with this. I think it's a very special opportunity. There are queues on the phone lines, I want to forewarn you, but don't worry. 0800 644 655, and what you can do is you can just press option 1, get through to our call centre. You are in a queue, and I do apologise for that, but we will be with you very soon. Is that a text, is it? There it is. Good morning, Dion, says Louise. Louise going, morning. Phyllis, my grandma's name. I must say a big thank you to your call centre staff. They are always so helpful and really nice, and that is Phyllis from Shetland. I agree with you, Phyllis. You know, I ring up a lot trying to put my orders in and checking things were and going, oh, actually, sorry, can I swap that for that and everything else? And they are so wonderful. Like I say, they're only a few doors down the road, and they are just so helpful, and a lot GIA trained as well, which is fab. Now, just to let you know, if you are coming through to our call centre, they're going to be very busy at this moment in time. You might have that funky call music, which is a bit like, isn't it? It's a bit like that. That sounds like a kazoo. But they will be with you very shortly indeed, because this is an opportunity that we haven't seen before. I'm about to bring you the very special strand I keep showing you. It's our star. Bye. I've got a very special Ethiopian opal here for you. I've got just a spectacular colourway on this. It's stunning, isn't it? Now, I think the best way to explain to you the quality of this is to just point out one simple fact. It's faceted. If the quality of this wasn't up to scratch, the last thing we would do would be to facet it. It's the last thing we would do, because as soon as you facet it, you're giving it something else for the light to attract attention. And if the quality wasn't there as profoundly as it is here, we wouldn't facet it because we wouldn't want to distract from the pin fire. But actually, the quality of this, bearing in mind this isn't being shaded right now, this is in full view of the light, the quality of this is so spectacular that the facets don't actually distract, they just aid. They just give you that interest of, oh wow, look at that sparkly gemstone from afar, and then a whoa, look at that opalescence and pin fire from up close. It isn't the type of quality we would generally expect to bring you, and I think probably if you have a look in your collection, even if you're an opal lover like myself, I bet you don't have many strands at all of faceted opal, because it tends not to happen. Dion's saying it's her strand of the day. That's what Dion's saying. It's her strand of the day today. She loves this so much. Dion's going, it's my strand of the day. It's got to be. It's got to be. This strand that I have here for you is so spectacular and so eye-catching, with the fact that it's faceted. Even when you buy from the likes of our sister channel and Gems TV, I would say 99% of all of the opals they use in the likes of rings and earrings, they're a cabochon cut, aren't they? They're not even faceted. Now, their quality is still great, but that is a very traditional thing to do. Using the faceted pieces like this, though, makes it look so unique and different. OMW. Oh my word. I was going to guess weasel, I don't know why. Oh my word, what a strand. Louise, girl after my own heart. I completely agree, totally agree with you. Now, can I just mention again, and I do keep repeating myself on this, and I understand it might get a little bit dull for some of you, but I do need to keep recalling to you that today is our last morning of the Black Friday weekend. We've been doing deals which I think a lot of you will probably never have expected, actually. I am going to bring you a Black Friday offer on this. It's not going to be a usual, you know, £1-2 off, and I think £1 or £2 off is fantastical, actually, because if you're giving you £1 back in your pocket, that's an extra £1 to yourself to do what you like. We're not just going to give you £1 off, though, or even £2 off. We are going to take a chunk of money from this. There's no need to, I would say, because the facets on it are exquisite. The quality of the pin fire is flash mainly. I would say flash mainly. The quality of the flash is exceptional, but also the opalescence is phenomenal. Can anyone see when you look at the bottom of the gemstone, you get this very amber-like glow? Can you see that? That is the opalescence, the actual glow in between. That is the glow. That's the type of thing that will span down onto your hand, and it gives you that opalescence glow, and it gives you on the décolletage, it gives you that brightness and a real femininity. And it's almost like gives you a mirror ball effect, because what happens is you get the glow of the light going, say you've got it on your neck, you've got it going onto the actual kind of collarbone area, but then it pings up and it lights up and gives you this feminine glow from the facets and from the flash and the opalescence that will really kind of elongate the neck. It gives light to the chin, it kind of lights up the face itself, because it doesn't just have opalescence, which we see in opals now and again. It doesn't just have flash, which we see in opals now and again. It also has facets, which we see in opals very rarely. So it's got these 3 different layers of light interaction that are just gonna really brighten up the neckline, the décolletage, elongate the neck, and give a gorgeous feminine glow. It's a really unique and individual strand, and you know, Dee put the quantity on. Started off with, I think it was about 150 we started off with, and we have a decent enough quantity of this. Like I said earlier, I don't have hundreds and hundreds. I wish I did, but I don't. We are going to do a Black Friday price point on this. I think it is one of the most unusual and unique quality strands of opal I've managed to bring you in quite a while. On a faceted strand in particular, I haven't brought you anything like this in memory anyway, in a very long time. And what I will say is, I've already got over 20 of these gone now, and I think once you actually get to see the real price, that quantity is going to drop quickly. Your price point today. That's the price that everyone's checking out at. For the quality we've been getting recently, of course, for the quality and the fact that opal is going up in price on the market, a lot of gemstones are, but on the market to personally purchase it, opal is one of the ones that has the kind of biggest price shoot up in the last few months or so in the trade. So actually, for the quality we've been bringing you, the £80 price points you've been seeing are phenomenal. To be able to bring this to you at £50 price point, that is something absolutely exceptional for you to get your hands on today. It truly, truly, truly is something another. But I am dropping the price. I've already had about 40-ish people check out the baskets at that price. I've got about 40 in baskets by the looks of things. That is, like I said, not just a £1 or £2 off, is it? That is a big, big chunk of money. That is a mammoth price drop. £15 off this today. That is something else, isn't it? When you get to see something that is this unique and exquisite, I'm sure I'm happy to bring this to you in the future at £50. I would have no qualms about bringing you this in future for that £50, because I believe £50 worth of opal doesn't look as substantial as this, I wouldn't imagine. So I will have no qualms in bringing this to you in the future, which if we don't sell out today, which actually we probably will, but if we don't sell out today, I will be bringing this to you in the future at the £50 mark. But today, we have dropped it down. We're just going to show you that it's the last sort of 25 minutes of your Black Friday morning show deals this weekend, and we are really, really treating you. We have treated you all weekend, and I hope you've really enjoyed it, and I hope you've kind of appreciated seeing a few different things and getting some bargains. And I have to say that this almost kind of personifies actually the whole weekend, doesn't it? In a sense, it's bringing you something unusual, and we've seen lots of unusual things over the weekend. Lots of strands we haven't seen in a while. Lots of tools that maybe, you know, we haven't seen for a long time, and at bargain prices. And this does that because it is a bargain price and it is unusual, because how many strands of faceted quality opal like this do you have? And again, just want to point out that you do not have, you don't have any kind of filters on this. You don't have any lighting on this to falsify that colouring, and in fact I personally think it's so much better in real life, I think, and I'm sure that a lot of you will most certainly be agreeing with me. It really is something and another. I've had some texts in. Hello to you texters. Deborah's saying, oh my weasel, Becky, I had to get it. Fabulous marathon, by the way, yesterday. Fabulous marathon. Oh my goodness, yes. Thank you very, very much. You're absolutely lovable. I did not expect to be on for that long, which is why my voice is a little bit today, because believe it or not, speaking full on for 4 hours, for 4 hours isn't the easiest when you're chatting to yourself, but 8 hours, it was a little bit by the end. So thank you, Deborah. You're so lovely. Thank you for your support. And yeah, oh my weasel, you're not wrong. Louise is saying, if it looks this good on telly, what will it look like at home? Exactly. And I've got some people who might be able to tell you. It's the Sunday experience. Good morning, ladies. Good morning. Oh my gosh, no, they're not carol singers. It was harmony that. You're having, and Pete. Pete, what are you doing there?
Just holding the door.
He's just holding the door. Isn't he such a gentleman? Look at him. He's going to come in as the tenor later. 5 gold rings. It's lovely to see you all, ladies. Now, even though you're still, again, like me, looking at this under these lights, what do you think of these, Opal? Gorgeous, amazing. It's seriously.
I have a little mic. I'm trying to catch them as they're talking.
I know. I like it. You're like a little Parkinson, aren't you?
Yeah,
a little
the
bit.
amount of fire coming off those, even from what 15 feet away is amazing.
It is a fab strand, isn't it? And that, you've still got these bright lights, honestly. When you're going to get this home, I just love... Oh.
They're going to run out.
Now, we took the price down by £15 as well. On
Casual,
the brand new
yeah.
strands. yeah, as you do. Now I've got 35 opportunities of this left, so congratulations to everyone who's already got it, and I do apologise if you miss out because it is a bit special. It really is special, and I personally, you know how much I love opal, blimey Charlie. I love and adore opal, but I'm trying to think now, do I have any faceted opal in my collection at the moment? I did for a while, but I might have used it all. It's rare to see faceted opal, and we wouldn't facet it if the quality just wasn't there. We simply wouldn't. But it most certainly is, which is why we faceted it. You're going to get opalescence on the chest line. You're going to get laser light effects on your neckline, and then you're going to get that facet glow on the face. It's just a beautiful strand. Congratulations. Congratulations to everyone. Just making up words now. Okay, we've seen the Sunday experience. Ladies are in place, and I am going to mosey on over to see exactly what they have been creating. Oh, wow. First off, who created this?
I did. I'm Jan.
Hello, Jan. Hello, Jan. Lovely to see you. What a collection. How long have you been jewellery making for, Jan?
Probably about 10 years, just doing beading, and I've started getting a bit of wire work in now.
Wow. What a collection. What inspired you with this these designs, please?
I don't know. I just like the colours together, and I thought they looked nice. Then we found those little extra fancy spaces, so they look rather nice.
I think they are so special. And these drops that you've done here, how high-end do they look? Mm-hmm. I think they just look absolutely beautiful. What a great colour palette as well. Is this the type of jewellery that you're used to doing, or is it a bit different?
Yes, I like doing that. Keep in my comfort zone, because I've got my necklace on like it as well.
I was just going to say that, actually. You're adorned in something quite similar to it as well. Jan, thank you very much for that. Wonderful. I'm going to mosey on over across now to this. Wow. Who's been using all these stars?
Oh, that was me.
Oh,
it was
wow.
the sun and stars and moon.
The
theme for that
stars
one.
and moon idea. Hello, what's your name?
It's Julie.
Hello, Julie. Lovely to meet you. Julie, what is it about the stars and moon that is quite inspirational for you?
I'm quite a spiritual person, so I tend to be quite into the sky.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And there's gorgeous Labradorite stones on there as well, and obviously the pearls. Yeah.
Is Labradorite a stone that is quite attractive to you, and if so, why?
Anything with sparkle and colour change, I just adore.
Yeah, you just adore it so much. Yeah. I think that collection's fab. Is this the type of jewellery you'd usually make?
Normally I would do wire work. I do more wire work than sort of beading. But no, it's nice to do something different.
Good, stepping out of your comfort zone.
Definitely, it's always good.
It is definitely. Yeah. Thank you very much for those. I adore that. I'm a stars and moon girl myself. I am. I'm moving this way. Do you like that? I don't know what that is. I'm moving over here and talk about luxury pearls. Who got these ones? Hello. Oh, and a pair of earrings. Thank you.
Finished, yeah, she's still going.
Thank you, and she's still making. She's still going. Got a beautiful, beautiful mammoth pearls here. Hello, how are you?
Hello.
These pearls are very special.
They're lovely. I don't work with that size pearls usually, those shapes, and I don't normally work with red either, so I thought I'd have a go at something different.
Yeah, and you most certainly have. How are they to work with if they're a bit different for you?
Yeah, they're lovely. They're really nice. They're actually out of a kit together that Pete bought in for me.
Yeah. They are absolutely beautiful to work with. And I like how you've worked with rose gold and silver. Do you tend to go for those colours of metal?
Yes, yeah. I've always worked with silver. It's always been my favourite, but I'm really getting into the rose gold and the coppers at the moment.
I'm exactly the same. I'm exactly the same. It's this time of year. It's quite warming, isn't it?
Yes.
Love that. And then last but by no means least, I have this collection here, which is really working with delicate and chunky at the same time. Is this one yours as well?
Yes, that one's mine as well.
More and more pearls.
2 bracelets, 2 earrings and 2 necklaces.
2 earrings and the necklaces. And then who do these ones belong to down here, these ones that we have there?
I think they're all the same.
So we've
All of this is your collection?
We have one more lady who's unfortunately lost her voice, and she's made the bracelet and
The pearl.
earrings out of the pearls.
That we have over here.
Yeah.
Oh, and you've lost your voice. I don't know why I asked. It's just a yes. Oh, that is an absolutely sensational collection that we have there as well of all of these. I love the clusterings that you've done. Don't forget we had the ring bases on earlier on. How long have you been making jewellery for? You don't have to use your voice. Just nod at how many years. I can't. That means a lot, doesn't it?
About 6 months.
About 6 months you've been doing it. That's a really short space of time for something that looks that well done, actually. Really beautiful collection there. Have you all had a nice time today, ladies? Good. I'm glad you had fun. Can I just ask, has anyone got their Christmas tree up yet? Is it too early? Later. Are you doing it today?
Yeah.
Right, if Hannah's doing it today, I'm doing it today. Hannah is the guru of this sort of thing. And we've had some messages in. Louise saying, hello to you, Louise. She says, wow, the Sundays ladies have made amazing pieces. That's from Louise. And we've got another one in, Jennifer saying, fabulous makes, ladies. Wish I could join you. And that's from Jennifer. Thank you very much for your messages in. Right, ladies, I'll let you carry on. I'm sure you've got some more things to be made. Don't forget, we will take photos of these and pop them on Facebook. I'll come and say hello to you all later. We are heading on over now to a blue Showstopper. So this is a very, very special showstopper. You heard me say it earlier on. You've got the royal blue collection. And as soon as I say that to you, sorry, which box was it in? There it is. As soon as I say that to you, you know that Dion is going to be doing price points that are going to knock your socks off. 3 spools here, 120 metres, 1 price point. Now, it is the last sort of 15 minutes of our Black Friday morning show offers for you today. And if you love a good bargain, then you are in the right place today. I've got a really nice kind of nautical-esque colouring to these ones. In particular with the likes of the striped, I think they're beautiful. But with the amount you're getting with 120 metres, I mean, wrapping your presents with it. I mean, wrapping the likes of your... attaching your tags, sorry is what I'm trying to say, attaching your tags with things like this, because there's so much of it, why not? Also, I said the other day actually, I think from what I've seen when I've been having a little nosy around at Christmas decorations, it might just be me, if you notice there's less tinsel. There's less tinsel, there's more like garlands and loads of plastic beads next to each other, aren't there? You could do something quite modern and as tree decoration form with things like this. And what about the knitting that Sheila did yesterday? I'm going to bring you a great price point on this one. Normally it's £6.95. Not today. This is a Black Friday weekend offer and a half. £3.95 on that trio for you today. That really is something and another, isn't it? To be able to get such a mammoth collection. Hello to you, Louise. I have these. They are great for everything and a must-have. Go, Dion! You should have some pom-poms. You should. Go, Dion! Yeah, there's so much you can do with these. And also, if you've not seen them before, they're a lovely soft cord. They've got a good sturdiness to them. You're not... You could probably tug a wall with that and that wouldn't go anywhere. But if I just give it a twist on either direction, you can see that they are individual strands. So there's actually 4 individual strands that make that up. You can see there's a white strand and a blue strand, but they're actually a double over strand. So each layer of this, although it's just one piece, it looks like, you can actually separate into 4 pieces. Now that would essentially give you, well, what is it, 3 or 4 times the amount of cord if you did that to every single one. And actually I've done it before. I'm going to do it at the end. I'm going to do it at the end here. I'm going to separate them Now these do not separate easily. You can thread zapper these kind of to really seal the ends. In fact, you know what? This is different to the set I have. There's 6 in here. There's 6 in here. So there's 6 cords in there that you can actually use. And there is a lot therefore that you can use with these. Things like that are going to be beautiful to have, to wrap a present with, aren't they? Not sure if I came on Sunday Experience. You will need to glue me on that door. I would like to stand next to Becky and maybe give her a big kiss, says Maureen. Oh, bless. I know we have to let them stand by the door now, don't we? Because I think it's what's it called? It's health and safety. That's it. That's how much I pay attention to it. It's health and safety. We're not allowed to come down the stairs, all the camera cables and things like that. Maureen, that's a big kiss for you. Gosh, that hurt. Why did that hurt? That's weird, isn't it? It's all that face yoga I've been doing. £3.95 for you today. Well done to you all. Box number what, my lovely? 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. Oh. 10 o'clock box number 3, please. Has anyone watched, what's it called? Oh, Incredible, Fantastic Mr. Fox? And they play that game. Divided by 9, please. I really like that. If you haven't seen it, you're just thinking I'm loopier than usual. I've got jump rings. Jump for joy at the price of these ones. Genuine rose gold over the top of these. When we talk about your rose gold, when you're watching, when you're getting your hands on rose gold like this, you are getting a very, very high-end gold. And in fact, you think of white gold as being quite high-end, and don't get me wrong, white gold is high-end, but actually rose gold, price per gram, is around about 15% higher in price than even white gold. So to be able to get so much of your rose gold over the top of these copper jump rings is a real treat and a half. These are a 5 mil, so you're going to be able to do lots of weaves with them, 200 at one price. That's not it. Hello, we've only got about 8 minutes left of our Black Friday morning. We're going out. Wow, with a bang, £4.95. That is absolutely astonishing. When you look, you've got average weight of copper 15 grams on these. You've got all of the rose gold. It's not just covering the top of these and the bottom. They're going all the way around. Just pop these in between the likes of your ruby would be lovely. I think because of that richness of the ruby, that'd look really pretty with them, just to space those out. Or even if you just do a link into a link into a link, just 3 down. That's a nice little pendant with one of those less than £2 diamonds, which did sell out, sorry, at the bottom. I mean, seriously, that would look absolutely phenomenal, wouldn't it? That would look just so pretty, so beautiful. And if you did like a Mobius design, a Mobius ring with these, then this would be fantastical for you to do and use. Make your own chain, Q's online. Q's online for that one, but it's well worth it. I've got for you more products now to squeeze in, and Joe, what I want to do, I want to squeeze in as many as I possibly can for this time. Okay, what box did you say? I'm so sorry. Hand-delivered lace. Thank you so much, Kerry. I just want to fit in as many products as I can right here, right now. So are you with me? 0800 644 655. If you want to get your hands on lace, now's your opportunity. I've got a gorgeous lace pack here. Just to let you know, our lace quality, I'm going to show you the shapes. Our lace quality is absolutely phenomenal design. You've got a beautiful strength in there. You've got a wonderful look and image on everyone. You can cut these up. The likes of Sheila, Linda, Gemma Crow has worked with these time and time again, and they are beautiful to be able to see. You've got, these haven't been brought to air alone before. No. Should be. Can I just say, I've got this pack at home. You know, I was saying the other day how I'm decorating my shoes and I'm cutting off the individual flower sections. This is the pack I've got. We're rolling it down. Should be £9.95, which is actually one of the best prices for lace we've seen. £4.95 for you. Have you tried to buy lace everywhere else? I have. Because, like I say, I'm decorating these shoes and I'm making shoes. my friends, my loved ones, my family, and I've been trying to buy lace, and I'm, you know, I work here obviously, but if I'm going to find a bargain somewhere, I will be buying it somewhere else. If I'm buying in a big amount, absolutely. I haven't been able to find any lace of this quality anywhere, most certainly not at that price point at all. £4.95. I'm sure my staff cost on this pack was £5.95, but hey, I'm not complaining. £4.95. Get it whilst you can. Now, bringing you some more treats, am I? I've got for you now some more deals. Can I just say, I know your names have gone up on my screen and I am moving on. I've got an okay quantity, but the reason I'm moving on is I want you to be able to get the last minute Black Friday deals on our last day. Hand delivered by extended money back guarantee, Kerry. You have got these wonderful spaces. Big workable spaces there. Can you see the drill hole size on those? That is absolutely mammoth. You'd be able to easily, without a shadow of a doubt in my mind, get your 1.5 wire through there. Even your 2mm wires you'd be able to get through there. And what about those leather cords? They'd go fab through them, wouldn't they? They've got a really kind of modern, almost architectural, sculptured look about them, which I absolutely adore. Do you know what they actually remind me of? I don't know if anyone saw the great the Throwdown. Not last night, I didn't watch it the other night. The one where they did the garden sculptures. That's what it reminds me of. It's this very sculptural, very contemporary look. You can get massive 50 pieces today. They are silver plated. You've seen the size of these, 6x5. We're rolling that price down. Yep. Again, a price point that you are not likely to see. Do you think that you know, this time next week we'll be showing you £3.95 prices? Probably not, because we haven't actually got the excuse of, oh, it's Black Friday weekend. You know, you are just like us. You've got bosses, you've got managers. There are guidelines and rules set out. We're allowed to break the rules this weekend just because it's got the Black Friday name and notification by it. But generally, we wouldn't be able to do prices like this. So get it whilst you can. Again, I'm trying to fit in as much as I can in the next kind of 3 minutes. So I want to be able to bring to you all of these sensational deals. Tons of you there, lots and lots of you there. I've had another hand-delivered treat now. Some more jump rings for you, and these ones are, again, they're the rose gold colouring, the colours of them, but they're different because these are pure bare copper, and they're a larger size as well. So these are a larger size. They are going to age. They are going to patina naturally, and if you love that look with working with your bare copper metal sheets, then you're in absolutely the perfect coupling here. You truly are. These will age. You can use them, of course, for chainmail. You can use them for adding almost a studded detail to the likes of your metal, or even the likes of your polymer clay if you wanted to. You can actually squidge these into top of polymer clay, bake them, and that can be your simple bail. You can also interlink them to make a chain, which will give you a really nice look that will age slowly over time. I saw someone at the one of our workshops the other day that brought us a wonderful aging piece of your copper, and I tell you what, they adored it, and they liked the colouring process. Don't forget, you can take that back if you want to. You can just polish it back. Your price point today on these, £3.95 for you, and you're not just getting one, you're getting 100. Okay, so copper isn't a precious metal, but it is a very much sought after metal for you. I don't know if you've seen these kind of, you know, send in your phones for recycling, etc. When you one of the reasons that you'll get money for recycling your phone is because they take the copper out of your phone, because copper is actually a very high priced item. I just want to reference as well, whilst we're here and whilst loads of you are coming in, do treat yourself to these as many as you want. We're not stopping you, we're not capping you on how many of these deals you can get. It's just until they sell out. Lovely Linda, you might have noticed I haven't sort of referenced her in a few minutes. She has bobbed home. You heard she wasn't feeling very well, and I didn't want to speak to her too much, so we sort of said to her in the break, look, do you just want to pop out home? And she went, yes, please. So she's fine, don't worry, you know, she is absolutely fine, but we thought it's just let her go home. I said to her, go home, hot toddy with a brandy. You'll be fine soon. So we do pass on our love to her, but I promise you she is okay. I'm bringing now, last but by no means, well, maybe last but by no means least. Yeah, last but by no means least, these clasps. These are your magnetic clasp. They're actually a double clasp. These are, if I show you it individually, these are spectacular because you'll be able to see they're great for the likes of your Kumihimo or even your wire work or your macrame or some of the woven cords we've had in earlier. For example, these woven cords, if you twisted them in, perfect to have in there. But you can see you've got a double lock property there. So you've got the L-shaped lock that we just look in. That's your price point, £6.95. No, it's not. No, it's not your price point. That is your price point. You're getting this double length lock. So all you do is you kind of move that to the L-shaped position, open it up. But it's also, as you can see, got the magnet in there as well. So it double lock security. You get 3 of them at one price point, £3.95 for your black coloured magnetic clasps. Now, they are just going to be wonderful for anyone who wants to do last minute clasps, and for anyone with like serious dexterity problems that don't like the tiny clasps. These are going to be great, or people without nails as well. Thank you so much for joining us this Black Friday weekend. I have an absolute whale of a time with you all, I really have. Thank you so much for all of your messages, all of your input. I'm about to head home now to gorgeous Cheshire because I need to put up a Christmas tree. Have a wonderful, safe week, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Mwah. Enjoy your evening.
There are 2 easy ways you can purchase from JewelleryMaker. You can watch our show on Sky, Virgin, Freeview and FreeSat and call our free phone number where you'll be put through to our friendly help team who can